traveling through the Underdark after escaping from the Drow prison for the second time. And this time, with the assistance of some unnerving and fairly horrifying swarms of flying demon creatures aiding and abetting in your escape, among many other things, like lots of you discovering Nalian's affinity for two things: pyromania and wearing no pants as long as humanly possible in the cold depths of the Underdark.
Did I have pants? I don't even remember.
You did eventually get pants after fucking Zahn. It's like, oh, by the way, I've got 3 extra outfits just in my bag here the whole time.
That's right.
Why don't you put some pants on? I've seen enough.
Yeah. His load was getting a little heavy.
Yeah.
Lighten it.
For some reason, I feel like that connection between the two of you will have some profound meaning down the line. I don't know what it is yet,
Sure.
but it's gonna happen.
Zon's gonna ask for the pants back.
Sure, you can have them.
They're used now, though. They're used.
I ain't washing them.
It'll be a critical moment, though.
You've each had more vivid dreams than you can ever imagine having in your life since being down here, and maybe it's the separation from the things you're accustomed to on the surface world, or a slight bit of madness just being stuck down here and trapped and tortured and imprisoned by Drow for what seems like endless months at this point. But this time, you feel like you've actually escaped. Again, the number of fires set, the second one being set within the fucking temple to Lolth, the Spider Queen.
That's right.
And the main head priestess of the outpost being burned alive in the Stalagmite Tower.
They did that?
Creatures...
They didn't do a very good job designing this thing for safety.
No.
War horns were blaring in this elevated outpost as pieces of it burned around. Other sections were completely just fucking bloodbaths everywhere with these winged demons fighting the Drow and the Quaggoth.
These guys were awful in D&D.
You're...
We just fucking killed everything.
I thought we did a great job.
If Nalian had an affinity for two things, Ro had a sort of 3 strikes and you're out policy, because not 1, not 2, but 3 rope bridges were destroyed by him. The third one, on a natural run, just wrapping up, smashing him down into the webbing while also tying him up in the ripped rope bridge about 90 feet down below from where you were trying to get out of prison. He looked up to the very hungry, also injured demon creature. It took Nalian, Oscar, everyone convincing the remaining prisoners who were trying to escape with you to help take this thing down, under the promise of escorting and kind of looking out for these guys as you all made your way the fuck out of here. But all of you were able to dispatch this thing, and to top it off, Prince Darendil, Oh, am I Robo? Or is everyone Robo? Shit. Hello? That's not good.
Oh.
What? We're back?
We're back?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
Did we all get coxed?
It was the
It was Discord, I think.
It was Discord, yeah.
It was probably coxed.
Damn.
I'm sorry, guys. I have it.
It's infectious. Where'd you lose me?
Yeah. Ro sucks at rope bridges.
Rope bridges.
Fell down, and then a demon.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically, it took your combined efforts, I think, mainly led by Nalian, of convincing all the other escapees to basically help fight this demon and save Ro. It also involved Zahn just diving for it, in what we all thought was probably going to be the end of his life.
It was pretty close.
It was pretty close. I remember not having a lot of hit points, and I rolled a natural
And
20,
and maybe he shouted calculated at one point, looking up from the demon sitting on top of him, preparing him for his next meal. But calculated or not, Prince Darendil was still alive down here, getting ready to be fully cocooned by some giant spiders. You were able to pull all that stuffed webbing out from him and heal him. And basically, he vowed a life debt to you and to take you back to his royal kingdom in the high forest, where his elf king and sister were, and would surely reward you, etc., etc. Unfortunately, while fighting Quaggoth earlier, the beautiful bearded dwarf warrior, Eldith, did not survive.
that was a shame.
That's
Yeah.
too bad. I really wanted to hook up with that bearded bitch.
Didn't you make fun of her a whole bunch?
Yeah,
Didn't you
probably.
slap her?
I'm confident
wait.
I would have given the
Didn't you
chance.
beat the living crap out of her, if I remember
It was a
correctly?
necessity. That's how I show love.
It's prison status.
Yeah, it's prison love.
Shackles out.
Beyond that, you and the others, with the help of your loving little buddy Stool, have been able to keep communications up, and essentially you're just like a roaming band of escapees right now, heading through the Underdark. One direction which you initially were trying to head towards, some of the prisoners and Sereth, the now sort of outcast drow, told you that direction was towards Menzoberranzan, like the main fucking dark elf city. And you did not want to go that way because the relief group of drow soldiers that were supposed to come to the outpost that never showed up would have been coming from that direction. And long story short, the other escapees agreed to help you. The closest destination that you were trying to get towards was the Dark Lake, and a village from Shushar's people, the Kuatoa. He agreed to basically take you to his people and try to secure you boats that would allow you passage through Dark Lake, which is like one of the main thoroughfares through the various parts of the Underdark. Now, again, it's been 6 days of harsh travel since escaping that prison with all of these other creatures. And it's here that the caverns began to really, really open up wide. And in the distance, you could see this ever-sprawling, crisscrossing network of various thickness of spider webbings. And again, imagine like you're at the edge of the Grand Canyon looking out at this thing. The bottom seemingly goes on forever, above just as high as it does low, and these like spider webs are just this three-dimensional volume inside of this thing. It's like this weird city of webs. And kind of camped out next to it, starting this little trash fire, you spotted these two very strange-looking goblins. One very, very short and stout, and the other very, like, so tall he's kind of hunched over, leaning on a stick. You saw that the little one, true to size, was just like, yeah! And the other one was just like a very slow drawl kind of talker. And they were Yuck, the slow one, Spiderbait, the little guy. And they were kind of beckoning you over to sit and join them at their camp here.
Oh.
Oh yes, I remember now.
I have no memory of this place.
I remember, it's not Krennic, it's Oscar. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oscar was waving back at them.
Yeah, they're friendly.
Okay, let's go say hi, I suppose.
They obviously see us. But if there's no escape, we might as well do what they ask.
We can take them.
Yeah.
I foresee no trouble going and saying hello.
Alright, you go first.
No, you first, my friend.
Alright.
I go.
Yeah, I go too.
Yeah. The old dude gets up there.
He gets right up in there too.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh right, they're arrows.
How do you move around the map again? What's the hotkey to move them?
Like
click,
middle
drag.
click, mouse, wheel.
Oh, I think I have a macro on right now. That's why it's not working.
You can left click and drag that
Yeah.
little plus sign in the corner.
A little gold
Ah,
button
shit.
deal.
Yeah. I had a weird profile on. That's why. Okay, cool.
What are you?
Yeah, hello, Goblin Oids. What are you doing down here in the Underdark?
Birds.
Like the little guy just kind of and he's kind of like elbowing the big guy who's leaning forward right now, basically on this giant mushroom that he's kind of using as a stool. He leans forward on the stick and he says, yuck yuck. That's kind of elbows the little guy. Spider bait.
Oh.
We ride the rails! And he's kind of pointing at the webs. And like one of you, when you first approached, you kind of saw him doing this very like Tarzan-esque sort of slide down the rails, almost if he had like those little shoes with wheels in them. And he's just kind of like rolling off and landed before walking over to the camp, carrying like a small sack under his arm at the time. And this was when you were all still, I don't know, maybe about 600 feet out.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Are you here by yourselves?
That's creepy. Don't ask that.
It's too late.
Yeah.
He means what brings you to these neck of the woods.
Big,
We're not here by ourselves.
These territories are quite dangerous. Surely
Big-
you have protection.
big one just kind of starts leaning back, and he's kind of like just got this squint out of his head. He's looking past you all at this point, and he's seeing like all the other escapees kind of slowly moving
Yeah,
in towards
There's
you all
9
as well.
more of us.
He's like, well, there sure are a lot of you.
Well, you know, they
What
say to
brings
travel
you
in
all
packs.
to our part?
Well,
What would-
I've got 20 pounds of edible mushrooms, and we're trying to get through here to get them to where they need to go, if you know what I mean.
I look at Zon, like, what does he mean?
I don't know. I'm not sure what he's talking
Guys, I've had 20 pounds of Colombian mushrooms on me this whole time!
What
Ezra
is a
pushes
what is a
forward.
Columbia?
and puts his two
Exotic.
fingers on the big guy's chest and says, "Don't you worry about where we're going."
Well, we're going to Dark Lake. How do you get there?
I like that response. So I get
Looks
closer.
back
I'm
at
hearing the answer.
Oscar, and glares at Oscar.
Where are we?
Big guy's just looking at you, kind of gives you a little smile, says, well, you're in luck, and now you're speaking to my business. He just points his stick up at this monstrous, glistening, crisscrossing fucking spider city adjacent to you all. Again, basically just on the edge of this bottomless cliff that they're camped out on. Says, those are the Silken Paths, and we ride them. And it kind of like nudges Spiderbait, who like picks up this gourd. Looks like it's got like some thick viscous grease of some sort in there, and he just kind of like takes it and licks his hand for, dips it in, and just starts rubbing over his like dirty bare feet. And you see him like close the gourd, sling it over his shoulder, and just like go climbing like an orangutan, like a fucking tree monkey through this thing. And he drops his weight on the feet, and just starts sliding one of these like really thick rails, like wide enough to be a pathway. And you see him disappear into the thing until he becomes this shadowy ghost that you can't see anymore. About 2 minutes. About 2 minutes pass, and And Yuck Yuck's just like leaning on the sticks, kind of smirking and watching. And you hear him like do like a clunk, clunk. And before you know it, you hear just and he just comes sliding out from some other way and just like crash lands, rolls on the ground out in front of you about 200 feet
Can I
south.
try to catch him? Can I try to catch him?
I want to try to catch him.
Or
I
he
wanna
just-
try to catch
he
him, too.
he came shooting out of fucking like all the way over here.
So run very quickly.
Yeah.
Trying to catch him.
Oh, he's so far.
You would have had no way of being near that position.
I put my hands up in the air anyway, and I run around.
I get tuckered out. I don't.
He kind of comes jogging back over and sits down, just kind of
still-
like grinning.
Is he still greasy?
Yeah, a little bit.
I get that you're good at climbing, wee goblin, but why did you oil yourself up like that?
Hey, don't question his ways. Shoot
Oh,
us again.
oh! You think you can? And he kind of points. He points you to the things. Let's see.
I mean, does your oil give you any advantage in climbing these webs?
We're just looking
He's
to
just
go
kind
to
of giving
Dark
you the
Lake.
stink eye.
I say over the old man who's like clearly gleaming at lithe body. Oddly enough, I glanced down at him while I'm delivering the line.
Yuck Yuck kind of like interjects at this point. Says, "Yeah, let's talk business, you and me." He's looking at an alien. Says, "See, these Silken Paths, they're always changing. Spiders do that, but we're pretty damn good at navigating them. So
Call
why?"
the rest of the group over. Come on, he's explaining things. Get over here.
Why don't we?
It's just like the Hobbit, dude. I just was reading this with Rylan, and they come two at a time, and they come by every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So it lessens the blow. There's 14 of them there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hi! Using the rest?
Why don't
great.
we come to some sort of arrangement?
Yeah.
Now, we usually charge 10 gold pieces a head to escort to the destination of your choosing. Dark Lake, you say, take us about 1, maybe 2 days to navigate this labyrinth. Once we get you to the other side, 2 days to Dark Lake, no problem.
What
Now-
do you charge for such a task?
Well, I just
said
10 gold ahead. Now,
Colder head, but we have too many heads.
now I also like
Or not enough gold.
interesting trades. So, what'll it be? 10 ahead, interesting trades.
Ezra tries to reason with him. Surely 10 gold a head is quite expensive.
We have no gold, Ezra. We have no gold.
whispered to Oscar's ear.
Oh,
Are you looking, Oscar?
Huh.
Are you looking to sell your body?
Oh, the old man.
I'm looking to buy.
We got an old
It
man.
can
He's
work
willing to
that
do
way.
whatever. There's Oscar.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is that grease for work or for fun as well?
Right? You know the business end of that grease.
What
Do we
else
have
can it
gold?
grip?
Wait, do we have gold? I'm looking at my thing for gold.
It says I don't have
I don't have any gold.
If you click on your page and go to inventory,
You
we
only
can
have
see-
what you took back from the drow when
Oh,
you
yeah.
escaped prison.
I can't believe we don't have anything.
I have
Oscar!
No. Wait, we've got things.
I've
Yeah,
got 20 pounds of edible mushroom.
I've got this silver framed mirror and some silverware and a candelabra.
You're saying silver a lot. Silver's like gold,
Yes, they might like it.
These are interesting things. What else you got?
I get this small shrine to Lolth.
We have a mushroom that can
And chainmail armor.
we have a mushroom that'll tell you anything you want in any language.
Now, Yuck Yuck's getting a little lost here. Why don't you lay out your interesting things and let's see what you've got here. I've got all the time in the world.
I put one gold piece on the ground and 20 pounds of edible fungus.
You have a gold piece?
I have one gold piece.
Oh yeah, didn't you like steal it, or you kind of like when you started?
I got something good. I got something good.
Yeah, what do you got?
Ezra turns around real quick and pulls out one of his crossbow bolts and uses light bearer on the crossbow bolt, and he's gonna do it in such a way that he's gonna like do it under his cloak, kind of, so so no one sees like Yuck and what's his thong? Big man? Small man?
Spider bait.
Yeah. Spider bait, thank you. So yeah, I'm making a glowing arrow.
Okay.
Crossbow bolt.
Okay.
And I put it down.
Hey, it's all I have.
So what are we
Are we-
looking at here?
Are we just presenting stuff?
Yeah, we're presenting
Do
stuff.
you think that we should maybe just group up and see what we have before we present what we have?
I think I got it though. I think I got it.
Look, I'm be
What
honest
did you
with
present? You
I
present.
don't have anything. I got nothing. I just got pants on like 5 minutes ago, boys.
We have a nice pair of pants, perhaps if you would like that.
Look, Spiderbait. We just came from a very dangerous place, and in this dangerous place, we found the glowing arrow of Ezra.
And just as he says that, I mumble a little spell, and then all the lights like glow really brightly.
And he's holding it out. The
And then
glowing-
I use my ability to make things emanate light, and I make the arrow glow extra brave.
It's like spell on a spell on a spell.
Drow magic. I use drow magic to make it
Wow.
glow extra bright.
So, you see, Spiderbait.
You guys got a lot of pent up energy, huh?
This is a priceless item. It's worth way
Say
more
it-
than hundreds.
Say
of
its
gold.
name.
All right, so basically one person can aid another, and that's pretty much it. So the way we'll do this is, Ezra, you were presenting this thing. Make a deception check. Before you do that,
I'd love to.
who's trying to layer on an extra pile of bullshit here? One person can assist.
I had special effects going on.
Okay.
It's up to you. I can make it glow super
All right.
glowy.
Oscar.
Oscar,
Oh, God.
You can make a performance check, or I'll deception or performance, up to you.
But he's so old.
Or sleight of hand. I mean, I'd buy any of
Oscar
those.
goes first. Does order of operation matter?
Actually, yeah. You know what? I like
does.
sleight of hand or one of those. It's fine.
All right,
All
all right.
right. All right. So
Aiding.
above a 10, you get a +2 on your roll, Ezric, your deception roll here.
Oh shit. Okay. Modifier, right?
Yeah, if you just mouse wheel over modifier, you can add that +2 in there.
Oh no. I need to come up with this here.
Are you laptoping?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm. It's a new laptop. I don't know how to use this shit yet.
Oh.
Use it.
Well, you can just roll the deception check. We'll add the 2 on.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
You have to whack it
Fucking-
like that.
Exactly.
Let me see if I
Okay.
find that link.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. 18
20, unnatural
plus
20.
yeah plus 2.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, he's hooking up a mouse. I could see the laptop in question.
Nice.
You've decepted them.
Oh, did I do it? My shit cut out for a second.
think so. I think
The
we're
two
about
of
to
them
find
kind
out.
of look back at each other and reach to grab the arrow. Now, sorry, what spell did you put on this?
Light bearer. Sorry, one sec. Fuck.
Mhm.
I got you.
I got it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They look at the thing, and Yoko goes, "Wow, that's something." And he takes it and starts looking at it. Pretty bright too. What's this do?
Here comes the bullshit roll.
He's asking Ezra. Oh, can you hear us?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's broken right now.
He's
Broke him.
busted. Right in his moment. Right in his moment.
Yeah, broke right in the moment, dude.
Broke.
That look of panic.
just
in his eye
got
right
just
now.
got real flaccid.
Look at it.
He's so sad. Look at
freaking
him.
out.
His dick's out. He's playing with his dick. He's fucking his computer tower now.
It's like a horror movie. It's flashing. Hey,
Wait.
Sean, say something. Is your light on?
No.
Your mic's muted, Sean.
I missed so much. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there he is.
Oh, there
Oh
he is.
my god.
Oh no.
Oh.
Womp womp.
He said, he held the arrow up and he said, "What's this do?"
Yeah, he asked you what it does.
Well, you see, it's actually not an arrow at all. It's a crossbow bolt, and it is the bolt of Ezra. Surely you've heard of it.
And when he says it, I mumble a thing, and then the ground just shakes.
Azeron.
You've heard of it, haven't you? I mean, anyone for miles, at least.
Yeah,
has heard of this.
we've heard of it. You know, like the little spider bait guys, kind of like chirping up.
Oh no! What was that for?
Alien fully
Sorry,
believes it.
that was if I knew if it was coming, if Oscar was making the earthquake, or if I just was like, holy shit. Like, I thought it was, I didn't know if
Yeah, Nalian's really selling it too with his
Yeah.
reaction.
Whoa.
Like, what the fuck?
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
So surely you understand the value of this item is much more than our heads.
10 gold ahead.
I mean, do you really want to give him that? I mean, surely
No.
we have.
No,
Give him
don't
a
give
head.
it to him. Don't
I
give
know,
it to him.
You do have a good point.
It's
we
too
should
valuable.
At the very least, I wouldn't want to part with that.
You
Way
know,
too
Spiderbait, maybe we should discuss this with our friends before we actually
Yeah.
make the deal.
Who's the prince? Where's the prince here? There's a prince somewhere here.
I-
There's plenty of gold.
I
it's
am
right there.
here.
Darendal,
There,
talk to this man about
There
getting
he
out of
is.
here. Thank you.
Ezra holds up the arrow and he says, Daredevil, how much do you think this is worth?
Oh gosh.
And face palm. Like I literally just
See this conversation.
right next to the prince.
But he also winks. Ezra winks at Daredevil.
At Darendil? Okay.
Yeah.
Darendil, like, he kind of like bounds over with, like, this, he's had this, you know, again, compared to other Quaggoth, he's had, like, this very upright, just almost heroic posture, but ever since your release and this sort of sworn life debt to you, he always kind of comes bounding with, like, this sense of purpose. So he comes, like, over, and he looks at this thing. He says, "This?" And you wink at him.
Yep, I wink at him.
Perfect, perfect.
Oh God. Please
Think
be
about the
Says-
gold.
This is a light spell on a crossbow bolt, my lord. There's something in your eye, and he kind of like grabs you by the shoulder.
Riley is still over there like this, face palming. The face palm gravity is taken into effect. It's just like,
Everyone slaps their heads.
Spiderbait comes just like jutting between all of you, like looking up things like, what is it?
Ezra turns to Darendil and says, surely this is not a light spell on a crossbow bolt?
Yuck kind of like gets up on his staff and like goes to wrap his hand around the thing. Oh, we're losing him.
He's
Uh-oh.
losing.
The picture starts to go stroby.
Yeah, I saw the strobe too.
It's like something in your
This is so
USB is
weird.
freaking out. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird.
Is it ever
Your
since you
picture
plugged in the
cuts out.
mouse?
No, he's out again.
Oh no.
Plug it
out.
into the big machine behind you.
Yeah, put it in the town.
Yeah, that machine. That machine right there. Use that one.
Pantomiming.
No, don't look at that one.
That's your dick. That's
Screen
your
right,
dick. It's
character
not gonna
left.
solve this.
Character left shoulder.
Yeah, screen right. Oh no!
Oh,
Do it.
no.
Oh shit.
We're
Okay,
back,
so what do you
boys. Did he get it?
Oh,
He's out.
dead. Dead in the
Hello?
water. Hello.
Hello, you're back. You're
Okay,
back.
okay. I'm just not gonna use video.
Okay.
I think it's my webcam fucking with it.
Okay.
Yuck goes forward to reach and wrap his hand around the crossbow bolt.
Oh.
Unless you plan on stopping him, he just does.
Yuck's the small one, right?
Yuck's the lanky one.
Yeah, big one. Arrow up.
Big slow guy.
Okay. I pull the arrow back, like it's actually worth something, and stop him from touching it.
And when he does that, I notice that and I say, buy it at your own peril.
Yeah.
No returns.
You see him
Anyways,
kind of like
yeah.
he just leans back on his staff and just kind of like takes you all in, and just kind of says, you see now I'm having a hard time trusting any of y'all. I'll tell you this. He looks back at his tent. You can see him like kind of clocking something inside there. How am I to believe anything you say or trade me now is going to be of any kind of value? What would be of value thrown in with this mysterious bolt would be dealing with a little problem of ours. We haven't been able to get fresh water in quite a few days since the path changed. I'm guessing you probably don't have much fresh water yourselves.
I don't have water, but I can tell you how to find it.
Interesting. Where?
I can tell within a mile of our radius creatures that are around us. I can look for fish and find water for you.
Do you have a container?
I don't have a container. That's up to them. Shh.
No, I'm asking them. Goblin. No, you got a container?
Yeah, we've got
Wait,
some...
you gotta, where you at? Where is it?
Oh my god, Jesus.
This way. Come with me. Come with me. Come on, Oscar. This way. These are the nodes. These are the nodes.
The pee! Who's got a container? No, I need a 10-gallon container.
I just need one.
10 gallons. 10 gallons. That's all I need, guys.
I mean, I would trust him if you have a container of any kind. May be able to help you right now.
Got a barrel in there. He's kind of pointing into the...
Alright, show me your barrel. And I go to the barrel.
He slowly kind of uses the can to walk over. Okay, there.
Wait.
Barrel. You see it's got like, maybe 10% water in there.
Alright.
Filled up.
I rub my hands together. I roll up my sleeve.
Oscar, wait.
What?
Before you do what I think you might be doing, do you think we should first perhaps secure a deal with our friends?
Oh, Sal does have a point.
Oh, is he doing it? He's doing the thing? He's doing the thing, isn't he?
You know what? I need to prove to Yuck that we are men of our words. So I will, just a little bit. And then I, boom, create 10 gallons of clean water.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wow. Spell slot.
I'm gonna stand in front of the water with my arms crossed.
Bro,
We just kick it
perhaps
over.
perhaps to sweeten the deal just a little bit, you could also perhaps direct them to the nearest source of water.
I was lying.
10 gallons of water is pretty damn good if you ask
And you know what else you'll get? You know what else you'll get? I'll tell you what else we'll throw in there. We'll throw in the light up crossbow. We'll throw that crossbow in there. An arrow. The bolt,
Totally
whatever it
worth
is.
so much.
The little bolt. We'll throw that on top of that. As good faith.
Sorry. So, Oscar, as you create the water, Yuck kind of like leans in, looks back at you, scoops his dirty hand there, drinks him up real quick, and says, "That's not half bad."
It's the best water you've ever had.
Yeah, that's true.
Cleaned your hands off while you were drinking it, did you?
Exactly. It tastes like fresh.
All right.
Filth off your hands.
Anyway, I can make
Or
that.
destroy.
I can do that. Like, wait, how much more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times much more water than this. If you show us all to Dark Lake.
Kind of looks at you and says, "Alright. I can have Spiderbait guide you and yours," looking out of the tent here to the others. "As a thank you for the water, if you're willing to throw in a few trinkets as well."
Yeah, I mean, you can have that glowy crossbow bolt.
Yes, perfect.
The bolt is yours.
What was it called again?
He doesn't even know what it is. He doesn't even know what it is.
Remember, say the name. Say
The
it.
bolt of Azeroth.
And then the ground trembles.
Alright, yeah.
Why are we giving him the Bolt of Azeroth?
If you need something more, the only thing I have on me is my pants. I may offer them to you in a sign of good faith.
Dude, take him off. Start taking him off.
He's kind of looking at the pants.
But first, those crack comes out first.
Yeah, I already got one leg out, dude.
This is all I've got.
He's kind of like just like a.
Getting any sweeter.
Ro walks up to him. He's like, no. You keep those on. Those are for you. Those are your pants. Those
Well,
are
what
your
if- what do the noids want?
I'll,
No, you're fine.
I'll take the pants, but
Oh, no.
you're gonna have an uncomfortable rest, cause we're gonna need about half a day or more for Spiderbait to gear up this many travelers. But please, make yourselves at home. Maybe check out my gift shop, see if there's anything you're interested in.
Ooh, a gift shop. I like
you
that.
have a gift
I
shop.
throw my pants over to him, and I want them to flop over his ear.
Oh! They're all sweaty. They were tight pants.
This is admiring the quality.
Keep the change.
You're naked, your dick's out.
Dude.
Which way to the gift shop, Spiderwebs?
Yeah, let's go to the gift shop.
It's at this time that Spiderbait, not covering just his feet, but basically his whole body is like greased up. And you see him take a bunch of these empty gourds that they've got stored next to the tent and just slings them all over his shoulder one after the other. Takes this like weird bone, like dagger, something like it looks like a dagger carved out of some large creature's bone, sticks it in his mouth,
Large creature's bone.
and just it just looks
Dirty stuff.
looks
Stop
at
being dirty.
looks at yuck. I can't ready! And he just goes like running and just dives down one of like the big strands of silk like it's a fucking slip and slide and disappears into the webbing. Well, he'll hopefully be back in less than a day or two, and then we'll get you going.
Oscar, are you
Wait.
okay? I don't think I've ever seen you smile so big.
You know what? Maybe the introduction's not so bad.
See, are you staring at an alien's like hung humanoid
No. I'm
genitals
laying on my
while
tummy.
you say
I'm laying on
this?
my tummy like this.
Dude, like the Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hot down here.
I'm gonna see myself to the gift shop.
So we're leaving tomorrow.
So translation, Spiderbait apparently needs some shit. You saw him taking like a bunch of these empty gourds with him, which he seems to store this grease in
Yeah.
for his travelers.
It's gonna take a day.
So yeah, he's gonna take about a day. They said.
How long does that? I lean over. How long is that light crossbow ruse gonna last?
Oh, shit. 30 minutes.
It's already run off.
I have the answer. One second, sorry.
Is there any way to make that permanent?
No, I don't think so.
White bear. It's 1 hour.
Just
It is
tell
a
him needs
it
to
is a
stay near the
cantrip
king.
though.
Oh, true. Okay, so. Okay.
If he's close, right?
Yeah, I just need to be within.
10 feet.
Oh, I have to touch it. Let me recharge the arrow for you.
Hey, let me.
Give it to him yet?
Wait, can I touch it?
You know what? Tell him we won't give it to him until we disembark.
Fair is fair.
There we go.
What's fair?
Don't want to
is
give it all out right away. In the meantime,
For now, the barrels should suffice.
It's the arrow of fucking Azeroth.
Yeah,
Why would we
yeah.
give it to
Oh,
him?
wow.
yuck, you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yuck, yuck, sorry, long gone. Oh, sorry, Spiderbeat's long gone.
Spider beat, yeah.
Wrong-
so,
wrong goblin.
yuck,
Yuck, yuck, yeah.
how much
Let's
can
get
this
him out of
container hold, and how do we get you a bigger container if you need one?
A bigger container would be nice, but I only get what I can trade or salvage around here.
So how big is that container? Can I tell?
It's shit, I don't know how many gallons it would be, but basically like a large barrel, like like just an good old timey water barrel.
Full of grease.
Was
Yeah.
full of some grease.
What is that, like 50 gallons?
Yeah, it's probably like
Oh
50 gallons.
No, I actually have no idea. I'm asking.
Yeah, I think it'd be like 50 gallons.
That sounds fair.
Are you gonna get a 50-gallon tub of lube?
Yeah, that's what's going
Wow.
on.
Starting with water first.
Yeah, a 50-gallon drum is like a big barrel.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah,
if
that
that's
sounds
what
An
good.
old timey barrel.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna if we're camping here tonight, I'm gonna just use like by tonight, right before I go to bed, I'm gonna like, spend the rest of the water there.
Okay, cool. So basically, we're gonna use this as our recover from all the madness for reals, like you're actually stopping, which means you can make your level up decisions here. So I'd like to use this time to kind of hash out and grind through that.
All right. Yeah.
Let's do- Ow. So
I do want to see that gift shop though. I've got one gold
that
piece.
gift
I'm gonna
shop.
spend it.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
we can do that after.
I got more crossbow bolts.
Yeah, I've got a glowing gold piece.
Yeah, let's make all of our shit glow.
It's so shiny.
Everything
it's so
glows.
shiny.
Nalian, just real quick before
Yeah.
we rest. Hey, you're naked again.
Just the lower half of him.
So, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is I've got an extra pair of clothes.
Mm.
The bad news is
I don't care.
it looks something like this, unfortunately.
Oh no. You're just like the Pope.
Don't touch me up, I won't see it.
It's like you see it.
Damn, I can't see it. It's not showing up.
Not wearing pants at all.
Yeah.
It's,
Dude, all the videos are stuck on my screen. I can't make it go up. It's like the arrows. Oh god, there it's back. It's back. I had to escape. Okay.
I think you can
look
double
like a
click, yeah?
priest.
Okay. No, that wasn't working. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I pull out the vestments and I hand it over to him. So, do with it what you want.
I just wear the big nightie. Mhm.
With no pants. No.
No. Yeah, no pants though.
Okay.
Although, I keep the cloth just in case for ingenuity sake.
Add that to your inventory because I'm removing it from mine.
Thank you. Thank you, Zon.
What a helpful
It'll
guy.
be much more comfortable than having my wang flop everywhere I'm walking for fighting through this goddamn dungeon.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how many times I have felt spiderwebs on my balls. Like, I'm done.
The Underdark.
I didn't really want to do it anymore. I just
You
didn't want
keep
to go
going through clothes kind of quickly, if I'm honest with you.
It's been a problem I've had since I was a little boy.
Where did you get this? Where did you get this?
Real-time Photoshop, baby.
Hello.
Oh, no. Put it back on.
Yeah, please, please.
It's not good.
Right on.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
shit.
Does that mean Alien's face is just the Tom Cruise mask?
Yep.
Fuck. Alright, well, I'm glad you managed to cover yourself up again, Alien.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
So, in terms of who's learned what, does anybody want to go first?
I don't know anything about my guy.
We can talk it out. Yeah, we could talk it out too. Let's figure this shit out.
I too have already made decisions.
Okay. Sounds like
You go ahead,
Zon,
David.
you're up.
Oh, I think as Eric said
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
he had something.
Okay, let's start there.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I got some stuff.
Okay.
It's I don't think I have any decisions to make. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, Warlock level 4.
You can just get stuff.
Yeah, so
Well,
you can
you gotta
either
make a
increase
decision.
your ability scores or take a feat.
Oh.
And what we
I
were
don't
talking
know
about,
that.
yeah, what we were talking about earlier, it either can be good. Feats add a lot more flavor to your character, in my opinion. But
Okay.
you might have a very good reason for wanting to bump your stats. Aside
Okay, then
from
I'm
that,
definitely not ready.
you also spell.
Is that the same for all of us? Did we all get
Yeah,
a
you also gain
Only if you're level
choose your spell
4
slots. Yeah.
of your class. If you multi-class, it's only till you get to level 4 of that class that you get
Correct.
Get that stuff.
Alright, well I'm looking up feats then, because... Goddamn.
Yeah, so
I'm
there's a
taking the easy way.
there's a
I'm
whole
just gonna go
section.
ASI.
Feat.
Plus, do you want to go health? Or do you want to roll for it? Get that decision too.
Oh, for the hit points, yeah.
Also true.
I'm gonna roll for mine. I never not
Alright.
roll for mine.
So Ezra, you're taking a look at feats then, Zon.
I'm doing monk level 3, which is monastic tradition.
Oh, what do you got?
Which tradition?
Uh,
You can
How
say
about-
it openly or not.
how about if we have a chat?
Okay.
Monktastic.
Alright, let's leave this real quick.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm gonna do Way of Shadow,
Oh, okay.
which is pretty awesome, but also seems to fit like kind of the rogue kind of spec stuff.
Nice.
So level 3 is Shadow Arts. Basically, if I spend 2 key points, I can cast Darkness, Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, or Silence without needing material components, and it's a minor illusion cantrip. But the real fun gets it like the 6th level,
Nice.
which is pretty fucking awesome because you can teleport up to 60 feet away as a bonus action
Okay.
if it's in the shadow.
Are
like
you
dim light.
are you rolling for hit points? Or I guess we can do that back in the main chat. All right, so I added monk level 3 Way of Shadow. We can go back and look at hit points and shit with everyone else.
Yeah. I'm thinking just like story wise for
Yeah.
this is like I imagine that there's some kind of dark monastery or something. I also, not that Zahn's training under that, but just somewhere in the Underdark, I'm sure there's dark monk shit. This is a very rough idea, but I'm thinking that some, like at least in how he was trained, is like there's a little bit of shit that was taught from each discipline, and it just so happens that there's something that's resonating, like with Zahn, with these things, and he doesn't fully understand it. So I want to play that up, like, oh shit, I don't know what just happened. Like,
Okay.
darkness is ever, I don't know, something like maybe it's just like a response in battle. Something happens, like he casts darkness. He's like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Nice. Okay.
We'll see.
I like it. I like it.
All right, cool.
All right, going back in.
Yep.
So it's fucking crazy.
Do you guys have any
That is awesome.
any recommendations? Have you guys played Warlock ever?
Fantasy Grounds. Why?
Sean, the thing that we were talking about.
Warcaster.
Just lucky.
If you're a caster.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're a caster, look at Warcaster because
Damn it.
it's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Fantasy
Prerequisite: the
Grounds.
ability to cast at least one spell. I could do that.
Sorry,
and-
my Fantasy Grounds window just freaked the hell out.
Oh no.
Also, there's also some specific feats for whatever race you are, so you should look that up too.
It's true. Yeah, racial feats.
So like hobbit toes?
well, yeah. If you're racist about it.
Well, I am.
Goddamn racial toes.
But I am though.
All right.
But-
Zahn, do you want to roll for hit points or take the auto?
I'm gonna roll this time.
Whoa! What? What?
Okay.
If you're rolling, I'm
Dark
gonna roll.
side.
Listen, it's
All right.
been a long time, guys.
Yeah.
Can we agree to maybe just one house rule? Maybe.
What's
If
that?
you roll a 1, you can have a reroll.
I'm in. Okay, I'm good with that. You get one reroll.
Wait. If it's
Just for
a 1.
a one. Just
If
for
it's
a
a
one.
1.
Just for a one.
Just for a 1.
But how many ones? How many ones?
No. Just
No,
like
just one.
One?
You get 1 reroll if you roll a 1.
That's right.
On everything or just that one?
Just the hit
No,
points.
just the hit points, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
D8.
I will say okay. I will say okay this.
D8 Zahn.
All right. Here we go.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
So
There you
it's
go.
8 more plus 2, so 8.
Sweet.
32. Oops. Alright. I think other than that, you're pretty much done. Some other shit we'll talk about later. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna
ready
do
to
it.
roll? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll for sure. When has it ever failed me, guys?
Alright, Oscar, adding another cleric level.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And
Okay.
I'm gonna just ASI.
ASI?
Yeah, ability score. I'm just gonna send my wisdom to
Oh.
18 and my con to 18.
Oh.
Okay, alright.
Going hard old
Nice,
man, huh?
nice upgrade.
Hard old man. Exactly.
Okay.
All right, here comes the D8 roll. Hang on.
You're so whiz-tastic.
I got a prime.
You said
Prime
wisdom
tank.
and constitution,
Good
right?
luck, good luck, good luck. But you get that house roll if you roll a 1. There's no fear of 1s.
True.
Unless you roll 1 again, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
30. Okay, let's
believe-
roll for hit points.
You're old. Remember, you're old. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna be
Hang
a
on.
D8 plus 4.
Yeah. Hang on one sec.
Holy shit, plus 4?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
That's
Yes.
wicked good.
39. Okay, and for cleric,
So because my con went up +1, I get
Oh!
an extra point.
That's
per
right.
level that I already
yeah,
did.
yeah. So that's it would be 3 more then, because I just did the total for this one.
Yeah.
So that was 9. So you'd have +3 on top of that, so you'd be at 42.
Yeah, 42.
Holy shit, tits.
Wait, wait,
You're
wait.
a
You got
strong man.
+6?
His constitution got bonus score went up for this level.
Right.
So
I get +4.
Retroactively, you get that +1 difference for each level from the hit points.
Oh, for each level. Interesting.
Yeah, because you're every level it's like your hit dice plus your con bonus. So if your con bonus ever changes, you get those retroactive bonuses.
I didn't know that was retroactive. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What an
Um,
old guy.
You're our new tank.
Good
So
old
yeah,
guy.
I'm up to 42, you say?
Yes.
Yes.
And you get to learn an additional cantrip
Nice.
at this level.
Toll the dead!
And you get an additional second level spell
You already
slot.
know that!
Oh, I do, you're right.
Okay.
Holy fuck, that's OP.
While you look at cantrips,
Let me look at which one?
who else
Inspiring
is ready?
leader? I guess I'm ready.
It takes a long time to do, right? Because it's 10 minutes of casting time.
Oh.
Or you get to rally people, but it takes forever to rally.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to inspire your companions.
Sorry, who else said they were ready?
I'm totally ready. I'm
Oh,
totes.
okay. Row your boat.
Row your boat. So I get a thingy, right? Like a fuck. So
A
sorry.
feat,
A feat.
if that's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that. I want Savage Attacker.
Ooh.
6 seconds, Sean.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
So like one minute of combat is 6 turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Savage attack.
You
I'm sorry, that's
basically
not
have
right.
to start
Yeah.
inspiring before anyone even does anything, and then just keep inspiring all the way through.
Yeah, I don't think I want that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Wow, savage attack is pretty cool.
It's wicked good.
Yeah.
So what am I? 1d8 for my HP?
Yeah. 1 second.
I'm not gonna not re-roll this.
So without that, let me just double check. You were at 31 hit points.
You have more HP than me, you old bitch.
You roll 1d10 plus 2. Could go high as 12.
Average.
Going to 38.
Nice.
The old guy has more HP than me.
Got it.
He is a stout dwarf who weighs a lot.
Yes, I'm really fat.
All the HP is stored in my bones.
I've got old man strength.
Flip a helicopter
man,
over if
shrink.
you wanted to.
Okay. Anybody else? Who's good to go? Anybody have questions?
Oh, so many.
Ask away.
Ask him.
What's good for caster?
No.
I mean, we can look. Like, what are some of the ones that you're looking at that are interesting?
So actor is pretty interesting to me. I don't really see anything wrong with it. It would have helped me with deception, I think. Not that I failed just now, except for asking Darendale for more input.
Skilled at mimicry and dramatics. Ooh.
Do you feel like that fits Esther?
I mean, it could.
Yeah, because
he could skew that way.
he's very he's very persuasive.
Yeah, I feel like from Zahn's point of view, you're putting on a performance.
It's true.
Weren't you attacked by rats because of it?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where the animosity began.
Rat attack.
So that one I think fits the flavor of Ezra best so far.
Dude, you can mimic people's voices with that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually pretty. That could be fun for like flavor stuff. Just do some fun like. I think it'd be helpful too.
I like it. I think I'm just gonna go with actor.
And you get a
That's my
charisma
feat.
point.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting. That's a good one. That's cool.
And then I'll roll for my HP.
Yeah, 1 second.
There's a standard. You could take the standard if you want, or you can. It's up to you.
I'm gonna roll for it because
Damn.
I'm a player. I'm a gamer.
Didn't even skip a beat.
Classes. Let me just end this for you real quick. So you were
And I
at
also think I get-
24. Yeah, sorry?
I think I get stuff from being a worshipper of the Undying.
Oh yeah, let me check on that 1 second. So let's do the hit points real quick. For
Okay.
you, it's 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, average again.
God, we're all very average.
Yeah.
Average.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's
You actually came out on top this time. I'm surprised.
with the 7.
Warlock.
With the 6.
Oh.
The averages. Wow.
Yeah.
Typically he gets those Palandor rolls on the HP.
You're not wrong. Listen, I roll real bad, and occasionally I have a really good roll. Very occasionally.
I don't
That's-
think you I don't think you get another Undying thing until level 6.
Oh, I think I read it wrong. I saw spell levels.
Oh, spell levels weirdly different than class
Okay.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All good. Sorry, just checking one other thing.
Oh, I get another key point, by the way.
Yes, you do. It should have.
It only
but
has
maybe
2
not.
marked.
I'm gonna look up Ranger again. I want to see what else I get. I feel like I don't get anything.
Checking.
So I have advantage on deception checks and performance checks. So that means I get to re-roll if I want to.
Oh yeah, let me add that. So basically,
Sounds like it.
go to your skills. Yeah, so you're gonna have to help me remember that because that's just part of your deal. Basically,
Yeah.
whenever you roll for a deception or performance check, and if you're not sure if you're rolling on that type, just ask me. And again, it only applies like when you're trying to perform as another person or thing.
Okay.
But you get to roll twice and take the better roll.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll have to think of ways to use that.
Yeah. Did we
D&D's the best.
did we lose Nalian?
He does
I think
not.
we're mad.
It looks dark. It looks dark.
Pretty dark. Okay.
Underdark.
Ooh.
Does anybody have new spells or need to change their spells if you do that
Yeah.
sort of thing?
Change the spells.
I think yeah, I get a spell deal. I think I get the same amount of spells for where I'm at. If you could help verify, that would be fantastic.
Yes, Ranger level 4. So
I get 3 spell stone. No, 3
same,
and 3. So it's
same
the
as
same.
same as your last level. Next level you
Cool. That's it.
get to learn a new spell, and get to
Okay.
cast more spell slots.
I have another question for you, Fiddy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I tried double clicking on Xenope to bring his character
yeah.
sheet up, and I'm having trouble with that.
One moment.
Xenop.
Yeah.
What a fucking giveaway.
Did that pop it?
Yep. Perfect. Thank you.
Are you able to move him on the map now?
Did that work?
It did.
And is he
Yes.
just a persistent... Is he just out with you all the time?
Until he dies, and then I think I have to recast him.
What does he look
Yeah.
like? And how
Uh,
big is he?
He looks like a phoenix, only inverted. So he's like blues
Blue?
and blacks instead of reds and yellows. And
How big is he?
he's like parrot sized. He's like no. He's like macaw sized.
Does he just chill on your shoulder and shit? Or does he fly around you?
He's around. He's kind of like, yeah, he's around. He doesn't chill anywhere specific.
Alright.
Yeah.
Xenop.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
It's kind of cheese, but you know.
Also, that picture is just literally like a wing on my screen.
Yeah, it's not working for me. I can't zoom out.
Gotta
Yeah, me neither.
resize it.
Oh, here we go. I'm holding
There
on
you go.
control and yeah, there. He's got an eyeball on his hand.
Picture that's part of his stand, I think. Just picture the bird.
It's got 4 wings.
Hmm.
Does he make noise? Does he not make noise?
Yeah, actually, Fiddy made a perfect example of it in the video that we watched.
I can't do it right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Nope.
Caca!
I mean, essentially,
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's
You did
pretty
it.
much-
You remembered.
He's
You remembered. Just check a few things.
Oh, we did lose our. We
Yes.
lost our ranger.
So
Oh,
Xenope is attached to me like mentally and spiritually, so he's just always following me.
Nice.
Feats like, don't fucking say that in front of everyone. They gotta figure it out.
I'm glad he wasn't around for when the trading was going on.
Got a pair of pants, a gold piece, and a glowing crossbow bolt. Will this get us to where we're going?
I was so proud of myself up until I was like, "Yo, Daredevil, what do you think?" I was like, "Oh, that was
really witty. That was really witty. I could have glowed the crossbow bolt as well, like super bright, and I could have sensed particular types of monsters in the Underdark for a mile, but fish was not one of them, so I had to immediately re-say that I was lying.
Fiddy, you're adding that right now as I was adding it?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll let you do it.
Stop it.
Yeah, what is it? What's he adding? You are. Oh, you guys had secret conversations and everything. That's probably
Dude,
things.
I think that's half the fun, is like, I don't want to know what you guys are doing.
Oh, for sure.
I think half the fun is being like, oh shit, you can do that now? Or, oh, that happened?
I agree.
That kind of discovery is like a lot of fun.
It's
I feel
like
I'm
real
too
life.
new.
It's real life.
I'm too newbie.
No, the less that's perfect. The less you know about other people and how the system, the more you're just gonna act off of what you want to do, and it's hard to not act off what you want to do. Like you're always trying to min max and like, what do these skills do? What can I really do? It's like just do whatever.
Well, that's actually where the lighting of the arrow in trading that stems from. I was like,
That was good.
I'm just gonna go with my heart here.
It's good.
Your heart
Yeah, heart of the cards.
doesn't have a heart.
Ezra, you do also get to pick a new warlock spell, actually.
Holy shit.
It still has to be level 2 or 1.
Pop open that wiki.
Yeah.
So by level, you mean first level or second level spell? Or...
Correct. Yeah. So if you look
Okay.
at the warlock spells table, anything level 1 or level 2.
Okay. I like
you
this.
also
You can switch out one of your spells.
from the
too, right?
undying.
also
So
fly
that
now.
from the undying thing, you do have those extra options for spells.
Oh, invocations.
No, sorry. Here, I'll just paste it. So basically, anything in the normal warlock table,
Plus whatever.
plus
your
whatever is
specific
in this thing because of your patron.
Ooh, detect thoughts.
There you go.
Whoa.
Someone's having a thought.
So basically, you can pick one spell from any of those,
Okay.
or the entire normal warlock list.
Oh,
I
I
detect-
kind of like this. 1 second. Let me make sure I like it.
I'm excited to see what you pick. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun shit in there.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Oh wait, I was reading the wrong thing. Never mind.
Does
What's the-
Cloud of Daggers attack their eyeballs?
or just the darkness?
Video, you there?
Yeah.
So I get a quick like spell list refresher thing.
Oh yeah, sure.
So the new cantrip I'm picking up.
Yep.
I go mending,
Okay.
and then preparing. What the fuck is
Oh, you're
it?
preparing? You're a straight
New
warlock?
spells. No, I gotta prepare spells.
What?
Yeah. Let me.
I think I
can
have access to the
add-
whole list, though. I can just add. I can add it here. Okay.
I prepare ball
Yeah,
sack
try it.
waxing.
Let me know if it doesn't work.
Ah,
It's prepared.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with my gut here and say
Here.
mirror image.
Mending. Added.
That one's wicked good.
Okay.
That's an ace spell.
okay, there we go. I'm gonna do silence, and I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Mirror image.
Because it kind of goes with the whole actor thing and.
Detect magic.
Wait, what the fuck? Where's mirror image?
There we go. Nice. Okay, that should be good.
Spells?
So that
Oh,
I get.
there it is. Second.
Yeah,
level.
4 first level and 3 second level. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I can change those.
Yeah, so basically whatever you check off for the day will be what's prepared. So if you toggle on the bottom from the display to from combat to standard or preparation, you can see
Yeah.
everything.
Oh shit! I
And
never
then-
like messed around with the thing on the right.
Yeah,
The display is all that shit. Actions. I'm always
yeah.
very cool.
So if you ever want to move the group or something, you can do that. But I usually leave it on actions, and then preparation versus combat will filter what's actually memorized for the day.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Mirror image is not concentration. That's OP as fuck.
And it's
So
only
you
a
just
vocal
pop
and
it?
somatic component.
Yep.
Oh, it should be an invocation.
You can
sorry.
get knocked out and it will still have your mirror images up.
So, do my images get the same AC bonus from my my shadow armor?
Sorry. 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Every time a spellcaster type levels up, who has to choose a spell, you can, in theory, replace any spell with a new spell up to the highest current spell level you know.
Oh shit.
So if you want to oh shit, I want to swap out this old level 1 spell for one of these level 2s I could learn now, you can do that.
Okay.
That's for the like the warlocks and the
Yeah.
sorcerers, right?
Yeah, correct.
I don't want to swap anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun little resource game because at the same time you only have so many level 1 spell slots and level 2 spell slots.
Sean's been rocking those spells pretty good. He's been using them pretty inventively. I support.
I'm trying. I'm trying not to play a video game, you know?
I can't believe that's not concentration. You could get knocked out and the 3 guys will be alive still.
It's a level 2 spell, so it's pretty powerful.
It's wicked powerful. It's
Dude,
crazy.
blindness, deafness isn't concentration. So I can blind somebody and then. That's
I
how it
cast
is.
sterility on you. You're sterile. You can't have kids anymore.
I can't believe that's not
One minute.
concentration.
Yeah.
What's the point of life
Permanent.
if I can't reproduce? I kill myself.
No.
Yeah. So
Sir.
I'll bring you back.
the armor rating only gets the dexterity bonus. It doesn't get anything you're wearing.
So it's just I know exactly how to interpret it. Perfect. Cool. That's awesome.
Anyone else
Kyle,
have
it's
any
Utsumi.
It
questions
is actually.
or tweaks they need to make?
No, I'm good. And we have our ranger back.
Oh,
I see him.
Ooh, in the darkness.
The darkness.
nice.
He's got a helmet on or something. What's going on here? He's probably leaning over to drive a car. He's in a car and he's driving and he's checking his blind spot over the right.
I think he's asleep in his car.
Oh no. Wake
You're
up.
muted.
Wake up,
If you're-
Casey.
If you're trying to talk, I don't know if you're trying to talk.
I can see his red thing on his thing.
He's muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
He's purposely muted.
Yeah, I think he's talking. He's probably talking to his mom. If I had to guess, he's probably talking to his mom.
Yeah.
Would you guess it?
I'm guessing it right now. Oh, maybe he has two. Maybe he has two pairs of headphones. One for D&D, one for talking to his mom.
That's
Maybe.
intense.
Yeah, you never know. He's probably gonna
Yeah.
put on his other headphones now, and then we'll
Mom's
talk to
attack.
us.
The
Yeah.
mom headphones would either be red, like the red telephone, or golden.
They're just always muted.
Yeah.
Red
Oh.
light's always on.
Can you hear me? You can't? Oh.
Oh no! Oh. Oh, now
Oh
he's
my God.
gone. He's probably on the floor.
Shit.
He's on the floor.
Oh no.
Oh no. So that's it for Ranger, right? Like at level 4, like you get the feat and that's it, right?
I think that's pretty much it for Ranger. So are you honing it? Oh, you already picked the feat, Savage Attacker, right?
I did, yeah. So each turn I get to reroll my damage once, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking. How is that a
Dude,
thing?
There's
That's-
another, there's another feat out there. Like I know
Yeah.
great weapon masters like this, where if you roll 1 on your damage, you automatically get to re-roll it.
Well, that's like luck. That's luck. If anyone
Yeah.
rolls a 1, they can reroll their shit.
So wait, if you have Great Weapon Master and Savage Attacker, does that mean if you roll 1, you get a free roll from Great Weapon Master, and then if that's shit, you can use Savage Attacker to reroll a third
even if
time?
it's not shit, even if it's a 19, you
No.
just reroll to get a 20 if you do.
I think
Wait,
so.
I'm wrong about great weapon master. I think it might be the fighter thing that I'm thinking of, like the great the
Yeah, I
great
know what
weapon
you're talking
fighting
about.
style. Yeah.
So here's a question: What if I roll a 1 on my weapon on my damage? Can I? Oh, it's on damage. It's not on the actual thing.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, just on
okay.
damage.
Okay.
But
It's
is it
not- you don't
advantage
get
on
advantage.
Is it every damage dice or just 1?
You only
I've got it
you
all.
only get to do this to 1 damage attack per round.
So, but one dice, or do you get to do it to each of your dice?
Yeah. How's that work?
Let me read it. Hold on.
It's really ambiguous and sounded overpowered as fuck.
I flagged that one earlier when I was looking at feats.
Yeah, it says the weapons.
When you roll damage
dice,
for
not
a
die.
melee weapon attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you just re-roll all the damage dice and you just choose between the totals.
Dude, that's crazy.
You roll-
That's
when
really
you roll
good.
damage
Level
for
2
a
is good.
melee, you can
Real
roll
good.
the weapons. But I mean, the one thing that's very specific there is it's for the weapons damage dice. So if you were rolling a sneak attack, you would
Right.
only re-roll the damage from the weapon portion of that, not the sneak attacks dice.
Which most weapons are just 1 die. But
Yeah,
there's a-
some weapons are
there's a couple that are like
2d6,
2d6,
2d8 even.
You re-roll that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still
Does-
audible?
Yeah, you're.
Just-
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Fantasy Ground compensate for that, or is that just we just pay attention?
No, because it's something he has to choose too. He has to
Oh, I
say,
see
I
what
want to
you're saying.
use it on this attack. Because
But-
at some
but
point you
why
might get
wouldn't I
multiple
if-
attacks.
It's once per round though. Like why
Right.
wouldn't I reroll any?
You might get an attack of opportunity. You will at some point get extra attacks on each turn.
Right.
But like I get to
You get
choose.
one
Like
attack.
minimum, I get to reroll something every single round.
Correct.
Yeah, but I guess Fantasy Ground has no way of knowing which thing it is that you
Yeah,
want to reroll.
but let's say you got like I don't know, say it's a D8 and you rolled a 4. Do you want to re-roll it? Go for it, but you might get a 1 or a 3.
But I can choose which one I want. I can choose the 4. That's the fucked part. It's so OP. It's so OP.
Oh yeah, and use either total. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Alright.
If it was just choose, if it was just re-roll, I'd be like, eh. But it's like choose whichever you want. It's like, oh, and I turned this 1 into a 20. Fuck it, I'll take the 20.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Crazy. And now Fiddy's like, God damn it!
I didn't think they had to use either total part. That's interesting. Yeah?
Yeah. I read it closely, and I was like, you say what?
It is in the rulebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
You wrote this down? In a book?
Confirmed. Alright, well, hopefully we get Nillian back, but
He has no pants.
anything else you all are doing to pass the time between yourselves? Yuck, the other escapees.
Yeah, I wanna see the gift shop.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
As well. As same.
So in the same sort of fairly large tent that the barrel of water is, Yuck kind of takes you through. Was very much just like a flea market style, where like it's pretty much just like a drawer, open face, just filled with all kinds of junk, like just random shit. And he's got like numerous drawers like this, just open, sort of pocketed tables. And he's kind of just taking you around, just like slowly gesturing at some. Just saying, these are just things I've traded for over the years.
Tell me, Spiderbait, right?
Yuck.
Oh, yuck.
Well,
sorry.
you can call him Spiderbait though.
Yeah. Spiderbait, would you have a cloak of sorts?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, Casey's back. All right, let's do his thing.
Yeah.
Klugel understands a little bit more than anybody, but my pump broke.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? And so I just went up, took care of what I needed to do, and then called to get a replacement as soon as possible.
Oh
You
my
know, no
God.
big deal. Just your entire fucking life and on stake.
Crazy.
Jesus.
Insane.
I kept
Anyways,
my own
I'm back.
just in case.
So, more
Right.
importantly, Casey, do you know what you want for your level
Pretty
4?
much.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think I'm pretty figured out.
Why Fantasy Grounds? Goddamn. It really hates being on this monitor. It like keeps moving all of my windows into the corner, barely
Casey,
in reach.
we rolled and shit for HP, and then we picked feats or not feats, and all that poop. So you're the last one. In the
I
butt.
already know what I want.
Beautiful.
I want no pants. It's a feat, level 1.
So
Wear no pants.
you're currently at 25 hit points. You're gonna be rolling for hit points or taking the auto.
No, Rylian has, or sorry, Nylian.
Are you drunk?
Nylian is not a young man anymore, and he
Yeah.
has spent his whole young man life, his young life, manning up, as some would say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And right now, he's just trying to man down.
Okay. Sounds like auto.
Is he taking the auto?
He's going with the flat. What's the flat?
Oh shit!
Flat takes you from 25 to 32.
Nice.
Yeah.
that
Nylian's been doing that every time.
It is
It's a little bit
average.
more
It's
than
the
average.
flat.
A little
Yeah.
higher.
It's average plus 1, right?
Now
Is that usually
the question
No,
is
average is in the middle.
ability points or a new feat.
average plus 1.
Is that math, Cook?
2 feet lucky.
The average is what?
Oh, okay. Pull it up here.
I feel like he
Feeling
has to be
lucky?
pretty lucky to have made it this far in life. So,
Nice.
and you saw how endowed he was. Quite.
We all did. We all saw it.
I forgot you were a filthy human. I was like, why do you have 2 feats already?
Filthy fucking humans.
Filthy fucking human. Live fast, die young.
Yeah.
Better than dying.
All right. You
It's better than dying young.
you've reflected on your experiences thus far, and have just been counting the number of times. You don't have enough fingers for it. That luck has swayed you from death's hands. The rest of you were kind of moseying about, peeking in at these weird oddities. He does surprisingly have a number of interesting pieces of equipment, maybe from other travelers, living or dead, but various pieces of armor, some weapons. Shockingly, some of them look quite valuable.
Why is our DM saying it with a laugh like that?
Because even
Why
he's
is he
surprised.
Laughing.
He's laughing at his
What
rolls.
kind of valuable goods you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. Alright, what interests you? You know, he's kind of like pointing around there. You see, like, a mace. You see an axe, a sword. You see what looks to be a suit of well-made metallic armor.
God damn it. What's with that sword over there? The one in the corner, the dusty one.
Huh. Yeah,
It's like junk.
Looks
That's
like a
a-
piece of junk, but look where we are.
That's a real fine sword.
Could
Real
afford me.
fine.
Bring it here. Let's have a look.
Kind of grabs it and holds it up. You got
Is it like rusty?
My-
like what's the
my
description?
accent broke for a minute there. Got this off some adventurer. Thought he could ride the pass without us. Poor boy didn't make it more than a few hundred feet before something else got the better of him. But Spiderbait, he was able to recover this piece. Not much of him was left other than it. And he kind of, you can see there's notable like blood stains in the scabbard and on the hilt. But it is a very fine looking short sword. Hard to tell without, further analysis or the use of magic what exactly this thing is. But visually, it is quite appealing. Other than the wear and the tear.
What color is the blade?
It's got a silverish color to it, and like the pommel and the hilt are inlaid with gold.
Is it rusty at all?
It does not appear rusty.
Look, I don't have much money, but I'll give you one gold and a scimitar for this one. Makes up for it.
Kind of scoffs at you. He says, "Brother, that thing there is worth a few hundred gold."
What sounds to be Oscar comes up behind Ro, and you hear
hello.
he look kind of like clambers up towards Ro and says, "Oh, are you trying to buy this sword, Ro?"
I am. It looked quite favorable. To possess this sword. I liked the glimmer of the silver and the gold hilt.
Well, how much is he asking for?
He says it's worth 100 gold.
Few
A
hundred.
few hundred gold. Oh well, perhaps. And what seems to be Oscar, reaches behind him and pulls out another glowing crossbow bolt.
Oh my god.
It says, "Surely this crossbow bolt of the ancient ones would be enough to cover that price, wouldn't it?"
I'm looking for valuable metals.
Well, look here. I
The
could.
gift shop doesn't operate on favors and trades.
I could.
Oscar pulls out a glowing dagger from his pocket and says, "Would this dagger of the wise ones work?"
He goes over
There's
and
got to be a
picks
small
and
chance
pick
that Oscar walks in at any point.
yeah.
Here comes the old dude.
You see him go over to like what looks to be like the closest thing to a goblin pawn shop desk, and he kind of like rustles through a few items and he pulls out like this monocle with like a dangling chain on it. He says, kind of walks back over to you real slow, like using his staff all the way. He says, "You see, this here is a piece of glass of true seeing.
Oh no.
Wait, how much is that?
It doesn't have many charges left, I believe. Now, I'd hate to use it on that and have it be something you're not telling
Why
me."
would you hate to use it on something so valuable?
So what is that?
The bluff.
Does he have to roll? Is this a roll sitch? Deception?
I mean, he's basically posturing. He's like, if you want to have me use my precious little thing here, I can do that. But if you make me waste it, I ain't gonna be too pleased.
Oh, okay. Make the decision.
So like I said, I mainly trade in metallics that have some value to them. You know, like coin.
Well, I would hate for you to use it on something as expensive as this. That seems like it would be a waste for me. I'll go use it somewhere else. And he puts away. Oscar puts away the dagger and walks away.
Just kind of stares and shakes his head. Did anybody actually want to do some real shopping? Or should we get back to relaxing and waiting on the little one?
I
have a few-
reach to my pockets that I don't even have.
You have no pockets.
You got a robe.
Yeah.
Wish I could, partner, but a little short in change.
Ezric walks into the room as Ezric.
Oscar,
What are we doing,
follows
guys?
Shortly in.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Don't ask too many questions, would you?
So I've got some gear to sell, actually.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
You guys like pets?
I've got this fine chainmail armor
Oh.
and a
Oh.
refined mace.
Hmm.
I glow it. I use my fey. I make it glow. I've got a spell in there somewhere that makes it glow.
Oh wow, I've never seen it do that before.
Yeah.
I make it glow. I can do that.
I got it. Hold on. I'll
It
find it.
glows. It glows. Just trust me.
Let me look for drow magic. It's glowing.
He's
Yeah,
checking
it
out.
It glows. I use drow magic on it.
He like pulls it out and holds it there, and it's not glowing, and then all of a sudden it's like.
I
Yeah.
swear I'm not doing anything.
He kind of measures and weighs the mace, holding it in his hand, leaning on his staff all the while, and it's a pretty nice piece there.
Whenever it gets close to his eye, it glows harder, so it blinds him almost.
I'll You're into that sword too?
Oh no, I don't want to buy anything. I just
Huh.
Try to show your shit off.
no, I was selling. I'm selling it.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
want?
just need some money. I have no money.
The sword.
You want coin for that, huh? Hmm.
Yeah.
Get this.
Both of them?
I've got the fine chainmail armor, and
Hmm.
this refined mace, and a regular mundane shield.
He's looking over the things.
It's a three-piece set.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's an entire set. You know, good point. Yes. This would be a fine set for anybody going into battle.
It's not bad. I'll give you 50 gold for the lot.
Ah. So,
Let me get some coins.
Oh my god, 50 gold.
Nice.
yeah, I went from 0 to 50.
And how many
I mean,
seconds?
Like 50 gold? Isn't 50 gold like actually
That's a
a shitload
shit
of money
ton.
to like
That's a
a
shit
normal
ton, yeah.
person?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oscar
Oscar's
isn't
rich.
a normal person, dude.
An old ass man.
It's a fuckload of money.
He's gonna get robbed. You can tell Fiddy's gonna rob him in like 2 seconds. There's gonna be no money.
Alright,
He lost his gear.
he goes forth and produces a small pouch made of some kind of hide and hands it to you. And sure enough, in what appears to be some sort of surface denomination, he offers you 50 gold.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
What the fuck? The most we ever made in any other campaign was like 200 gold between all of us. How did you just get 50 gold?
You know what? I've got some stuff I can't use. Hey, would you like this candelabra?
How would you like a piece of shit? I just made it this morning. I can't use
What?
it.
It's silver and it's heavy. Got this pillowcase. You know how hard it is to sleep on?
Have you ever seen a shoe? But you got 50 gold. What the fuck?
Let's see. He's looking at the candelabra.
Oh my god. You're still selling to it?
I mean, yeah.
Here's 800 gold.
I'll give you
Wants it, I mean,
candelabra. Anything else?
I've got this polished jet. I've got a big one and a small one.
Oh wow.
Oh, look at this silver framed mirror too.
Wow, you got a lot of shit.
I mean, you know, a travel.
Anything else?
Like I said earlier, this small shrine to Lulf.
Oh, praise be to the spider, and he kind of like points towards the giant network of spider webs.
I mean, yeah, if this is your thing, it's like a hood ornament at this point.
Ask about my fungus. I have 20 pounds of edible fungus.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You don't-
20 pounds.
Yeah. that's
y'all
gonna
don't need to
taste
eat
it
that.
later.
We don't. I mean, we use it recreationally.
All right.
We don't need
Look.
to. We don't need to.
So you got
eat
those stones, the mirror, the candle thing, and praise be the little statue, beautiful.
Yeah.
And 20
Tell-
pounds of edible.
Tell you what, he kind of is like feeling around his pocket. Then the mushroom, sure. I got 10 gold left. I'll give it to you for the lot.
Oh no, I couldn't. No. That's not
10
enough.
gold. What about that sword you had before?
It's not 10 for all that. How about 20, and then we'll call it yeah.
I gotta pull out on my 20 pounds of fungus here. It's 20 pounds.
20
Oh,
gold
fungus.
for that?
That's
Well,
also
yeah.
1 gold per pound. 1 gold per pound. Come on.
Plus my pillowcase full of silver, Dick.
Oh, pillowcase full of silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's got this candelabra.
There's a candelabra in there.
Well, yeah, the
Silver
10 gold
mirror
was
and
for all that.
Yeah, but not 20.
No.
Why
This
are
is
you?
easily-
Whose side are you on? Get out of here!
This is easily worth
Right.
100 gold.
Roll a persuasion check there
Ooh, a
for me.
persuasion. I'm very persuasive when I can be. No.
Okay, that's fine. What? It showed 13 on me. It showed 13 on mine. It's
Natural one.
hysterical. You rolled a 1.
His counter argument is quite strong when he comes back and says
It's
It
not
really-
Yankee, though.
it really only seems like it's worth maybe even less than 10 gold, but I'll still give you
know,
10.
Doing me a favor.
I walk up next to Oscar. Oscar, don't.
I'm gonna
No.
wait. No, I'm
No.
gonna hold it yet. But thank you.
No,
This has
don't.
been done. Yeah.
All
I know
right.
you want to sell it to them, but don't do it, Oscar. It's terrible.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. It's okay. Good
Suit
luck with
your-
your shrooms, though.
Oh shoot! Yeah, suit yourselves. He just kind of goes back into like the closest thing you can imagine is like his lawn chair, just reclining back, sitting in.
Yeah, that's
He has
a
a
good
lawn
idea.
chair in hell.
Oh.
I mean, it's basically like a mushroom cap upside down, kind
Is
of
this
like
where
a.
you wait for the little one?
Yep.
All right, I'll just pitch a tent right next to you.
What?
I start setting up a tent right next
But
to
then you get really still uncomfortably.
In this collection of things, do you happen to have any gaming dice?
Hmm.
Just like worth a couple of silver or something. I don't want fancy ones, just something to help pass the time.
Roll a percentage dice for me.
Oh, if he has dice.
Just looking to get above a 30.
Okay, you got it.
Wait. That
Nailed
was
it.
I don't think I did that right. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? You got it. Yeah, that's not right.
There you go.
Ooh.
You got the exact same
Pretty much
number.
the same thing.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, I've got a simple little dice game.
Okay. How much is that?
400 gold piece.
What do you got? I'll take a
Jesus.
gold.
Wait, son, I have a dice game.
Oh, well, never mind. I've got a dice game.
Hey, we're doing business over here.
I'm sorry.
Pants
I-
guy?
Pull my dice bag out. Go,
Look, it's the same one.
It's laughable that you think a gold is worth this.
I don't really carry smaller denominations, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I could give you a couple smaller denominations if you're willing to part with that, but
What do
I
you
think
got?
Five silver pieces seems pretty adequate for such a simple game.
You make it 7, you got a deal.
Ezra audibly
And-
laughed to the side.
Yeah, I pass over 7 silver pieces.
Alright. He
And get a
hands
dice.
forth the dice game.
What? You paid 7.
Dude, like 1 gold could like
Yeah.
a family of 4 could live for a year
Yeah.
on 1 gold. Like
Yeah,
7
don't
silver
give.
pieces is fucking ridiculous as it is for a dice set. But it's
Yeah,
like,
why'd you do? All right. You said
we're in
dice.
the middle of nowhere.
You said
We need
dice.
Anyone else
something to
doing
do.
any perusing or any other activities, conversing, anything at all? Or you
Is
just- Relaxing, catching up on some R&R.
out of Yuck Yuck and the other guy, are they both there right now, or is one of
No,
them
no.
gone?
Goblin Bait is gone. He's off gathering supplies for your journey through the Silken Paths.
I wanna have an aside
Sure.
with Nalian and Oscar and Ezra on.
Okay.
The whole crew.
All right.
Guys, I don't.
Those are the 9 assholes.
why don't if we're doing an aside, why don't you grab stool and we can just have a actual moment here.
We could all touch him.
All right, let's pull Stool and
Grabbing some
pull
water.
Stanley's in the middle.
I mean, it is
I'm
kind
listening.
of obvious when he kind of ejaculates all over us.
Yeah.
Well, we keep our hands close to the sensor.
Just breathe in real deep right next to him.
Keep your mouth closed. Don't open your mouth.
Take off all glasses.
All right, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We're kind of fucked out here. We're in the middle of nowhere. We got this guy who's trying to lead us to a lake of the dead. There's a gift shop here. We could kill this guy and take all his shit and our money back.
But
I'm
why,
just saying, there's like 20 of us and 1 of him. What's he gonna do? And we could take everything he has.
It's not about what he will do. It's about who he is connected to that will do us. Dude.
I feel like we
don't-
need allies here.
Yeah, I think that we need help getting to where we need to go. There's no point in trying to harm him if he's going to help us get there in like a tenth of the time. I don't want to wander through
I
this
do
entire
want that
area.
sword, though.
Yeah, but what if we wandered through with a sword and all this water and all this gold? 100 gold?
Bro,
How'd you
what
go-
house of the Ranger do you come from again?
The bad kinds.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
From the bad house. I know. I'm from the streets of.
Ezra gets
The
a chill
Underdark.
down his spine when he says the bad kind.
Look, we could take everything he's got. It's up. It's up to you. But look, I could just toss my knife over my shoulder and he'd be dead right now. Huh!
Definitely don't like the way he looks.
Oh, a racist.
A little bit.
I could just toss my knife over my shoulder and he'd be dead. We could take everything.
I think we need allies in the Underdark.
I think we know somebody
I'm
who
with
could-
Oscar on this.
I think we know somebody who can
Yes.
who could do voices that he's heard before.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. I look over at Ezra. Yeah, you.
Sorry. Ezra
I bet.
mimics the sound of spider-bait perfectly. Shit, I keep fucking them up. Spider-bait's the big one, right?
Nope.
No.
You had it right.
Spiderbait's the oiled up
Yeah.
wave rider.
Alright,
Yep.
alright.
Yeah.
So he turns to Ro and goes, "We go through spiders, yeah?"
Was that the small one or the big one?
That was the
one.
small one.
Yeah.
No, Zahn is asking. Oh, okay, that's the small one. I wasn't sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a small one. So perhaps if we could we could kill both of them, I suppose, and I could.
Well, we need a
just-
guide. We need a guide through the webs.
We do need a guide. What if we kill one of them?
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm
We
getting
don't
at.
need to kill.
I mean,
No, it's not a thing.
they could very easily lead us into a trap. If you killed one of
Yeah.
them and they mistrusted us, they could lead us
Well,
to
what
the
if they don't
spider slave.
understand
And
that one of them
I
is
don't-
dead?
Do you think you can deceive them? That is
easily.
That is quite a boast that I don't.
Overestimate your abilities. Don't do it.
I can't wait till we get to that point. We're like, all right, this is your time. Go
on
on
and shine. Go on. We got your back. No, really, we really
Stage is
got
yours.
your back. Yeah, go on. No,
Listen.
no. The edge is over there. You can leap. You can fly. I'm sure.
Maybe I'll have like the shroud, the group shroud, and like you'll see you walk out and you'll see, "Wham," as we all sneak in the shadow and you're out by yourself.
All right.
Okay, I won't act as one of them.
All right.
I get
and I respect your decisions. I will also stop suggesting this crazy action.
Okay, good.
He lives. I cheer it up.
Friends are okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't need his stuff. We can get more stuff. It'll be fine.
But
Your logic is always so true.
On the same level as what we're talking about, how do we know that everyone we're with is worth being with?
Oh,
Mm.
that's
I
a
was-
good question.
I was thinking that as well. There's 20 of us, and really only like 5 really matter, right?
I mean,
Well,
the point is they're not hindering us at the moment. If push
For
comes
now.
to shove, we may have to make tough decisions. But
Well,
for
what-
now, it's only a day's travel to get to where we need to go. Why is it a problem?
I would just hate for someone to stab us in the back.
Oh,
Oh.
well, I
why
don't
would they do
trust
that?
any-
We're all trying to get out of here.
We're all on the same team. it
Except
seems.
for 2 of them. One who knows how to ride the web.
Why?
We do not.
Oh, I was. Why is Ezra making that squeaky noise?
That's his happy noise. Yeah.
What is this noise?
Don't mind me, I just know the future. It's nothing big.
Oh wait, you do know the future. What is the future? How do we get out of here? Should we trust these people or rob them and kill them?
Don't rob them and kill them.
It's more fun for me to see what you choose.
Oh, a scapegoat. I see. I see. You know the future, but you won't tell it to us.
It's a good point, bro. It's a good
Or
point,
like
bro.
you're responsible for your own actions.
Oh. Why bother knowing the future at all?
Maybe there's something left for you to learn.
I doubt it.
How can he learn if he doesn't
I kick
experience first?
I kick a rock. I doubt it. And walk off.
He'll.
There's nothing left for me to learn.
He puts his 2 swords away.
Yeah.
Whatever other weapons he has, he.
I keep sheathing weapons.
You cut one of their heads off.
No one really knows where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I hate this.
So, when do we go to Dark Lake?
Oh, so
Really
the little lithe one gets home.
I think that's tomorrow.
Yuck Yuck kind of like goes, walks over to the cliff's edge, looks through the many branching paths and tunnels. Kind of puts like this little horn to his ear and listens for a moment.
A horn. Special horn.
That kind?
What do you hear?
Not hearing many tremors. Probably gonna be morning before he's back.
You can hear the web vibrations.
He goes and takes his like little mushroom chair, goes and gets like another one, sort of butts them together and kind of makes like a little bit of a rocking bed out of it. As make yourselves comfortable, I guess. Closes the flaps of his tent.
Is it okay to light a fire, at least?
You can see like the dwindling campfire still kind of going a little bit.
Is there like wood around? Or things to fungus
Spiderweb.
shit?
You can see they were burning like bits of like driftwood made of the mushroom zirkwood material.
Oh, okay. Is there like a stash of it somewhere? I would
Yeah.
start burning it.
There's a
Who
small
cares?
pile.
There's
Like a
there's
log
some
pile.
somewhere.
Ah,
Well, I'm going to play a couple games of Serpent and Hydra.
Oh shit! He's
Oh.
doing
If
it.
anybody
Oh,
wants to
he's doing it.
join me.
I would love to.
This game is well known.
That
even
was
where
it.
I'm from.
I don't
That
know how
was
to
it,
play it, but I
Serpent and
want to
Hydra.
so bad.
I don't remember the rules either, as it turns out.
I don't think anyone does.
Sounds like a fair game.
Okay, so whoever rolls a 1, I died.
What is it? A 1 out of 20 chance? A 1 out
I-
of 10?
I think Nalian was the expert, if I remember.
yeah.
How do you
Looking
do this
forward
where
now.
you're from, Ranger?
I'm looking for this.
Here, I'll just start rolling and you tell me when to stop.
Either that is very, very good, or very, very bad.
It's like horseshoes. It's
Does
like
any-
horseshoes.
Does anybody have anything to drink? I mean, apart from water, maybe?
I mean, I can make glowing water.
All I can do is make water.
I have mushroom. I have 20 pounds of mushroom.
Ooh,
Mushrooms?
I could make a stew.
Mushroom stew?
Yeah,
How many pounds of mushrooms do you require?
just one.
Alright, here's a pound of mushrooms, sir.
Nice.
I slide a pound of mushrooms over to him.
What kind? What kind of mushroom?
Oh, they're Underdark mushrooms.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sure, that works.
they're purple and black and they glow white.
All right, I pull out my brewer's supplies, and I brew up a mushroom stew.
Whoa, careful, careful! Oh, don't handle them like that. You need to place them in one at a time, very slowly.
Okay,
Careful.
help me then.
I put my hand on his and I look. You pluck them like this, and you pick them up and you put them in like that. Don't careful, slowly. Don't shake.
Mm.
You need to stop shaking. Oh my God, Jesus!
I don't know. I'm just.
What do you
there you go. Yeah, there.
Oh, tastes a little odd, but somehow okay.
You know, and then I lean in. I think we should have maybe washed them before we could eat them.
No,
But otherwise,
that's part of
pretty
the
good.
charm. The Underdark is part of the charm. They're from the shit. They have shit on them. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, rustic. I like it.
Don't wash off the genuinity. The genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they call local flavor.
Don't wash off what you paid for.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's local, so you'll build your immune system. It'll help. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
A
it.
slice of the Underdark, they call it.
helps with the fungal allergies down here.
I feel like my sinuses are opening up.
Wow.
Smells just like home.
We made a pretty good.
Or thrice. Yeah.
As we're settling down to bed, well, are we dicing? Or are we? How much time has passed? How much are we?
Up to you all.
Looking everywhere for
Me
this
and
nice
Oscar
business.
just made a soup.
Yeah.
Okay, while they're doing the soup stuff, I want to meditate and I want to hold that small stone that I got from Spider Priestess lady that she had taken from me. I'm just
Spider
gonna
Priestess
hold it. And
Alien,
just go off and
Alien walks
meditate
up
for a
to
little
Zahn and asks if he wants to gamble.
bit.
I do no such thing.
You want to die?
But it might look like you do such a thing.
So
Nylian is not a
does the
gambler. He takes
actor-
the flat HP.
Does the actor feat give you the ability to disguise yourself?
Yes.
You can mimic your voice.
and
how
also
are you
disguise, right?
Yeah, but do you
Actor-
have a disguise kit with you here in the Underdark?
I might be using it wrong. You're right.
Maybe it's
I
a
can-
sheet. And he's like, woo, I'm into it.
Okay. I can see it. I'm sorry.
I honestly don't know. Is it like a voice?
No, you're
thing?
right. I misinterpreted it incorrectly. It's a voice thing, and it just increases my deception and performance. Yeah.
You can mimic people's voices. That's what I
Yeah,
read it as.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
But I think I can interpret this in a way where I'm just like a shadowy, deceptive form. Maybe.
I think if it's dark and you have
Yeah.
things
If it's dark, I would agree with that. No
Fiddy's
gambling
just-
ensues.
Fiddy's munching on shit. He's like, continue. Uh-huh.
It's like the machine that reads all the information and it's like accept or deny.
Processing.
Rejected.
Cool.
Zahn, you are you waiting, or are you just kind of going off now to do your little meditation? Is this this is like a bedtime ritual?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, yeah, as we're like starting to settle down, if we hadn't gotten to that point yet, if we're eating and still doing stuff, that's fine. But
Okay.
in
Is
the
anyone?
evening,
Gotcha. Is anyone else doing anything before
Yeah.
they settle in?
Yeah, I hope everyone's going to sleep, and then they feel like a little glow in their vision, and then the glow is so annoying that they can't go to sleep, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then they look over, and me and Oscar are making this soup, and it's glowing, and it's annoyingly glowing, and like they even if they close their eyes, they're still seeing daytime through their eyelids. This is the best soup I've ever had. 1 pound Underdark soup.
Ezra's extra
been a
annoyed
while.
because he hates light.
This is so good in my belly.
Glowing soup.
The glowing soup of the Underdark. Many months has it been since I have seen the glowing soup of the Underdark.
Some of the some of the other escapees who were already kind of sitting around the fire not too far from you, kind of like you share.
No, don't
sharing
smell
that.
it. No. It doesn't smell. It doesn't smell. It's just come over. It'll put the light of the Underdark in your belly.
Put it right in your mouth.
It doesn't.
They yell.
It
They all-
tastes reverse.
Jim Jar kind of slots in first, like, oh, first one in line, my lucky night.
Here you go.
Mind
Do
if
you
I have some of
anything-
the stew you're brewing there?
It's a soup. Do,
Yeah.
do you have anything to put your soup in?
Hold out your hands.
Yeah.
He he looks back towards the path you came in on, and disappears for a minute. And before you know it, he comes
lost his
back.
place in line.
He comes back. He comes back.
Oh, he's back.
With an arm, like his arms wide, and gathered up, he's got these tall, organic mushrooms he's gathered off the wall, and he just starts plucking the stems out and like kind of gutting them, turning them into like these little cups, and he starts handing them out to everybody, and he holds his up first, says, "I called dibs," and he like just gets back into the first place in line and holds this sort of like partial bowl-like shape in front of you.
Underdark soup served in a mushroom. It's been many
It's like a
nights since
bread
I've
bowl.
seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. You can eat the bowl after. Although
Yeah.
we can't endorse that because we don't
So-
know what you got it.
It's got
The-
a little shit on it. I can see it from here. It's
The whole time this interaction's like going on, like
There's
stools
shit
just
over
kind of like hopping like left and right, like
Don't worry, you're okay, little guy. No one's gonna pluck you and turn you into a bowl.
People are a dog at this point.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. I start pouring people.
Jim Jar's a genius. He should definitely not die.
Yeah. What a good guy. He figured out the bowl problem.
Mm.
What
Same
a
with the prince.
bold choice.
Yeah, the prince
Yeah, the
shouldn't
prince
die
needs to
either.
not die.
Just
I don't know about
You know.
anybody else yet, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we can keep two.
Every time we pour a soup into the mushroom caps, I touch it. I in my hand in the water, and I make it glow.
Ooh.
Oh, this is Underdark soup served in a mushroom cap.
But it's,
One-
as
one
soon as
by
you, like,
one,
cast another one,
they
doesn't, like, the
all-
last light go out?
Yeah, the other one turns off.
I don't think you have to maintain the touch.
Oh, it's not concentration.
Wait, are you doing, what spell are you doing?
The one where I get
It's light
five
cantrip, right?
lights. Yeah, 5 lights, and I can
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
Wait, dancing lights?
Yeah, dancing lights. Every
Those
So
are
the lights are just like dancing from.
Yep.
It's like the ice cubes in the drinks that turn on.
yeah. Such a cheap shot.
Okay. Well, one by one, all the various colleagues take some soup. They're
The
all
light
kind
in my soup really makes it taste better.
yeah.
It's definitely worth the extra $20.
Oh yeah.
It's free. We're not even charging them.
Love the experience.
Everyone's enjoying their soup as they try to make the most out of the accommodations. You know, I guess out of
It's a pound of mushrooms right there.
out of most nights, the various sort of loose bits of webbing around some of the stone formations on the stalagmites kind of make sort of comfortable stuff that you can kind of lean against. So a lot of them are sort of taking to that. Yuck Yucks basically closed the main entrance flap to his tent / gift shop over here. Anyone else doing anything before you kind of conk out, or do the most you can to kind of get some rest?
I've taken a pound off of my edible fungus.
Okay.
I think we did it.
we made a soup.
It's like a mystery meat, but without meat. It's vegan mystery meat is what it is.
Yep. What is it called? Impossible?
Yeah.
It's an impossible soup.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Zahn. As you settle in, like, where are you doing this meditation?
I just like stepped off
Just
to the side a little
Okay.
ways. Probably like 20 feet. Enough to like the firelight is still visible.
Okay.
Not too far away.
You focus on the stone, and you you sense something dormant inside of it, and you're reaching quite deep, trying to find that distant memory. It's like one of those things, it's there, but you can't quite conjure it up. You're holding it for a while, and like you kind of just let this process repeat and repeat, and eventually you kind of form it into its own sort of take on meditation, and you just kind of go over the thoughts again and again, and eventually you're in this trance-like state. And you're not sure whether it's like a lingering dancing light from Ro or something, but like when you have your eyelids closed and there's like this hot sort of blinding light that almost pierces through your closed lids, you kind of go through that sensation and open your eyes and look, but you're within the meditation right now. You're not actually at the camp among the spiderwebs. And you're looking up, and the stone isn't this sort of dormant stone-like texture, but it's like this glowing, piercing blue. And you kind of like play at it with your hand and push it away. And behind it, you see the face of the woman who's wearing it as a necklace. You see the face of your mother. And just like the stone itself, almost as if they're made out of the same stuff, like when you look at like this microscopic close-up of the material of an iris. Her eyes and the stone almost appear to be made of the same exact material, at least to you in this remembered moment. And you look up and you see her face very, very clearly, and she just kind of smiles at you. It's the
creepy.
face... It's the face of your elven mother. And she's looking
Wait a second.
right into your eyes.
Whoa.
And you kind of snap out of it, and you're back at the camp again, looking around and very stunned, because this is the first time that you can actually remember her face.
The woman.
Is this Oscar?
Can everybody else do this? Or
No,
is it
it's
just...
not Oscar.
This is just Zahn having a moment with his his recently recovered precious stone.
So,
Monk meditation's a hell of a drug.
As an aside, like out of character, wasn't this a image that Nalian also saw?
I mean, maybe.
Say I watched the videos. Say I watched the past videos.
You get out of my dreams.
Yeah, you would probably see a very similar looking woman.
Okay.
Get out of my dreams.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. I just needed to,
Would you say that Zahn
Ezra
was
doesn't know it, but Sean knows.
startled by that?
Yeah.
Darkness immediately spreads and creeps out from exactly where Zahn's at.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Impenetrable darkness.
If
And a
any
15-foot radius.
I
if
tried to
anyone
penetrate it.
is awake, like all of a strange blot of darkness, it just completely covers the place where Zahn was.
I throw my soup at where Zahn was.
Zahn darkness.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's two.
Oh, is it two?
points
Okay.
for that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Wait, Vinny, will you explain again what we see happening?
Anyone at the camp, if you kind of clocked where Zahn was sort of sitting about 20 feet away from some of the others, you probably saw him just kind of, and like you saw him channeling this stone between his hands. And he seemed like he was just in the zone. And then at some point, a few minutes later, there was this creeping, spreading darkness that just blotted out his form, and quite literally, like a complete sphere of black nothingness has encompassed where his body was.
Is this is it aggressive? Is it
Nope.
Is it getting bigger? What's happening with it?
Not at all. It's just literally like roughly a 15-foot ball of blackness is where he was, and he said he was about 20 feet away. I think he's probably just leaning like over the rock somewhere around here.
Yeah.
This is in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
I throw my soup at him.
Into the.
Into the darkness.
Xeno ascends into the air and goes into the center of the darkness.
Wow.
Does everybody see this? How many people see this?
I mean, I imagine a lot of you were conked out or chilling. This is
I'm asleep.
later
like I
into
was
the
asleep,
resting hours.
I was thinking
I'm not
mushroom soup.
But I am curious if I feel anything. If I share a feeling in my sleep.
Let's, for the sake of continuity at this point, say Ro and Ezra were still awake. Oscar, I don't know if you were.
Nah, I'm asleep.
Alright.
Nah, sleeping.
Me same.
I'd say a lot of the others were also relaxing. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I moved row. The two of you, along with Bupidu, sitting by the fire, and he kind of only reacts as an after sort of reaction to the both of you. What are you two doing again? Sorry, as you see this happening.
Kyle, you want to go first?
Yeah. I say, hey, Ezra, look at that, look at over there. Look, it's becoming dark.
No, I see it, my friend. Seems
Wait.
I've seen this darkness before.
Look, I'm gonna, I bet I could do something to make it not dark anymore.
Don't worry about it. I've got this. And Ezra sends his familiar into the darkness.
What? Oh, you sure you don't want like some lights on your familiar so you can see where he is at any time?
Light will not help us in this place, my friend.
Well, because it looks like it's dark over there, and I could light it. And I'm like,
Impossibly dark.
reverse it.
Oh dear, I was just talking about.
Okay. All right. Send your bird in there.
The bird nosedives into the darkness.
Okay.
And you never see it again, and it's dead.
Well, no. What Ezra's plan is with this is he's going to see through Xenope's eyes and see what he sees in the sphere of darkness.
So through the normal senses of your creature, you can't penetrate anything in this strange darkness. However, your creature does have within 10 feet a blind sense, and so within this, like through, I don't know, it's probably like through like echo sounds and shit like that, dolphin style. Like you can make out the form of Zahn just holding like this stone in this meditative kind of like trance, and you can sense that he's sort of pained, but it's something that doesn't appear to be attacking him as far as you can tell in any normal sense. He just seems like he's dazed and fighting through something.
Ezra commands Xenope to perform a defensive state around Zahn to embrace whatever he's enduring.
Okay. Xenope just kind of flutters about and like stands perched near Zahn within the globe of darkness.
Hey, what's going on in there?
Can I respond?
Yeah, you just sent your rat
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
What's going on?
Well, sorry, are you still looking through the familiar, or did you leave him there?
Hey, Zahn! Zahn!
I mean, it's fair enough to say that after you gave him that command, he's just sort of
Yeah, so
hanging out.
Yeah, he's hanging out right now. Ezra hears Rose shouts.
Should I throw the soup in?
Don't throw the soup, my friend. Whatever Zon's going through right now, Xeno see him through it.
Who the fuck's Xenope?
My familiar, you fuck.
Okay. The rat. Okay. Yeah.
Call it what you will.
I would say after like several moments, probably like 30 seconds in or something, you just hear a and then a and Zon just kind of stumbles out of the darkness, like holding something in his hand, and he just like pockets it and just looks incredibly stunned, kind of stumbling towards the fire but looking back over his shoulder, kind of freaked out.
There's something really important that I need to happen. I need Zon to make a saving throw on Soup hitting his face as he exits the darkness.
Can Xeno be perched on Zon's shoulder at this point?
Zero could be following me, yeah, sure. Sure, roll a d20, or roll a dexterity check.
Oh.
3, that's fine. 3 plus your dexterity. That's 6. Zon, roll a dexterity save.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
So after all the questioning of throwing the soup, I want the soup to have actually been thrown, and then you're walking out of the darkness and see if the soup gets you in the face. Oh, it was a 1 on my screen. God damn it.
A small amount of splashing soup kind of goes dribbling and falling right in front of Ro, almost getting on the back of Ezra's foot. Unfortunately, there wasn't actually much stew left at all. He greatly overestimated what was left in the pot.
It's Underdark soup. You can tell.
Kind of dazed and taken aback by the light splashing sound from Ro. You awaken in the middle of the night and see these 3 still awake.
I meant to approach Zon. I didn't mean to walk away from him.
Zon's just like blinking a lot.
What happened to
and
there?
just looking
It
over
was
his
dark
shoulder.
and I threw soup at the darkness.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Zon, my friend, I've seen darkness as dark there as that before. What did you see in there?
Nothing. I was just meditating.
Were you in danger? Did you? It seemed hectic. What was happening?
No, it was.
I threw my soup for nothing?
Zon just looks over at you confused. What?
I threw soup at you. I threw soup at the darkness.
Ezra realizes the moment and whistles Xenope onto his shoulder.
I don't really want to talk about that. And Zon just looks still very startled and kind of confused, and then just sort of wanders off and into the dark, and is like, I'm going to bed.
Ezra, hey.
Yes, Ro.
That was pretty fucked. Should we tell the others?
It seems our friend has
What do you mean by the darkness? You've seen darkness like that before?
delved into the dark.
What does that mean?
Time will tell.
What? God damn it!
I don't have all of the answers for you right now, Ro.
Well, should we tell the others that there's a big orb of darkness in here, and I threw soup and it did nothing? You didn't recognize the taste of the soup?
It disappeared when he walked out of it.
Yeah, he walked out of the darkness and it just disappeared. And he said he wouldn't talk about it. Should we tell the other people?
This is very concerning.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Cause it's come from the guy who sprouts like shadowy demon wings and terrifies everything around him.
I'll tell you, bro. This is concerning.
Very
but
concerning.
I need some time to think about it.
I say, okay, and I stomp off. I'm really angry, and I stomp off to Oscar.
You say,
Okay.
I have nothing else to learn.
Oscar,
Sheathing
Oscar, wake up, Oscar! I start shaking Oscar.
What?
Hey,
What? Yeah.
I just thought, a fucking not nearly. Zahn just he got enveloped in darkness. There was a sphere of dark around him, and I threw soup at him.
Whoa.
And when he came out of the darkness, he didn't know what the soup was or anything. He said, "I don't want to talk about it." And I talked to Ezra, and I was like, "Hey, you've seen darkness like this before?" And he said, "Yeah, I've seen it. I don't want to talk about it." No one wants to talk about it.
Wait,
What
Zahn,
soup.
Zahn
Yeah.
props his head up.
Soup?
and-
Wait, do we have any soup left? All the
No, I
soup
threw
is
the
gone?
last of it. I threw the last of the
No!
darkness. It's gone.
Oh.
There's no more soup. I threw it.
Zahn pops his
No.
head up and says, Ro, you should really stop eating those mushrooms. I don't think it's good for you. And then lays back down and goes to sleep.
Oh my God, he's right there. I didn't even know it. God damn it. Look, he's
Fucking
heard
bro.
me. He's heard me. There's no point in hiding it anymore. I'm just gonna sound like you're not even here. I'm just gonna start talking. Oscar, he was enveloped in darkness. I don't trust him anymore.
Did what's his lips? My character,
No.
wake up from the dream. Well, I want to keep saying right. It's not right.
Nalian,
descendant.
you slept soundly
Like a
as
baby?
can be.
Oh
Good.
my God.
Good.
No.
He's been tired, man. He's working his ass off right now. You know?
I know,
He's
but
pretty tired.
Naked as
Goddamn
fuck.
Brick. Yeah, he's
No, no,
goddamn
but-
Brick.
There's
Those robes they're made of silk. They're very they're
There's
very
something
comfortable.
wicked fucked happeing here. No, hey,
I walk
Oscar,
over to
do you
Zahn,
believe me?
yeah.
Do you believe me, Oscar?
Yeah, no, I get up. I'm up.
Do
I
you
go
believe
to
me? I'd
Zahn.
shake him. Do you believe me?
I believe you. I'm good. I'm going. I go over to Zahn. Zahn, are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
All I smell is like dad breath and
Yeah,
like
like really bad mushrooms.
yeah.
Are
I
you okay?
I'm fine.
I'm like rubbing your chest.
It's
Are you alright?
that feels pretty nice actually.
What does he
Oh,
say, Oscar?
no,
What does he say?
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I was
Your
just
chest gets really warm.
And-
Let's see, what am I gonna do here?
You die. Your chest explodes.
There you
I
go.
What did
Feel
you just
the
do to
light
your
of
chest?
Ilmature.
I actually like really relax when that happens. Like really like deeply relax, almost to the point where I don't realize I'm saying anything and I just say, that was startling. I didn't expect to see her. And then I just like the warmth and just feeling for the first time any kind of comfort in the Underdark just makes
Oscar.
me pass out.
What are you
Ah,
doing to him?
I pat him on the head and I said, "That's a good lad." Go to bed. And then I go back over to my bed and I lay back down. He's like, he's just having bad dreams and maybe good dreams. I don't know.
Holy fuck, you two.
I go
You
back to
two.
bed.
I yell you two and
bed, dude.
I say you two and I go over and Alien. Alien! Alien, wake up!
Oh my Christ.
God.
You gotta wake up! Some terrible's happened.
What?
I was over with Zahn, and I was over, and he got enveloped in darkness. And there was, I threw soup at him, and Ezra said he saw the darkness too. And I went over to Oscar, and Oscar said he was just having bad dreams. I saw the darkness, man. It's fucking crazy. No one believes me. No one believes me.
Wait.
And now he's over there sleeping.
What do you mean the darkness?
There's a sphere of darkness, and Ezra said a familiar, and Rose going nuts, and he came out of the darkness.
And I look over towards Zahn, who's sleeping sound like as a baby.
Yeah,
And
I know. I threw my soup at him.
I look around. Wait, 'cause Zahn's still here, right? After
Yeah.
the darkness?
Yeah.
I look around and everybody's still sleeping and nobody's
believe
paying
me.
any attention to Ro, right? Everybody's
can't
just doing
believe
their
me.
thing.
Pretty much, yeah. You got it.
Okay, well, and because
It
of
was
that,
so
I'm like,
fucked. No one would believe me.
bro, listen, dude. It's not
No,
that.
not you too.
It's not that I don't believe you, man. It's just this silk is nice, man.
Oh my god. No one believes me. This is fucked.
Bro,
Rose nuts now. I wasted my soup.
it's not that I don't, but
God. Oh no. I saw it. I swear to God, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
Rose gonna be doing this in the corner all night.
I saw it.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I
I
saw it.
saw it. I saw it.
He's gotten full Hodor.
Yeah, you're full Hodor.
I saw the darkness. I saw the darkness.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
You said, "Listen, man."
He's just kind of like pacing around, muttering this
Yeah.
for a while. Like,
I saw it. No one believes me.
I
No
guess
one
the
believes me.
point like where you're doing this, and like occasionally there's like
Wasted my soup.
groan from
Wasted
like
my soup.
someone,
Wasted my
Um,
soup.
and you're just rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling. Like about a half hour goes by, and like
Wasted my soup.
no one other than like
Wasted
the
my soup.
occasional grumble gets up or engages you.
Wasted my soup.
That being said, after about 30 minutes go by, the pacing it just goes on and on. And let's just see here.
Wasted my soup.
And for some reason, I think it tastes like miso.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, that sounds delicious.
Oh,
Right?
right.
So good.
Mm.
Damn.
Wasted my soup.
So like when it's miso, it means a bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
It's
one
not
Yeah.
just
believes
like
me.
it's not chicken broth, you know?
Yeah, well, it's miso. It means so much more, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
What?
Wait, someone
As-
attacked Ro?
As you're
What?
pacing and like you kind of stop somewhere right here just past the
Uh-oh.
rock outcropping, you hear like the very familiar thwunk of a small hand crossbow loosing forth a bolt. And you're just like, it just it goes glancing past you from somewhere deep in the darkness to the south, and you take a
You're
small
dead.
amount of damage.
Yeah, it's critical 20.
Oh my.
I mean, it was pretty
God!
bad. It was pretty bad.
It's actually half. It's actually half of that because of the distance. So you take 3
Oh, that's
points
fine.
of glancing damage as a bolt,
My
not
heart!
not dissimilar from the magic bolt you're presenting to Yuck Yuck earlier. It just goes wincing past your arm, and despite all of like your maddened sort of chantings, you're not sure what's going on, but you kind of snap out of it for a moment and realize that something's not quite right.
I'm bleeding. Something's not right.
What just happened? What are you doing?
Fuck. And I'm imagining this is like a little like a big rock over here. I'm gonna take some cover.
You know what
Are
to
you
do.
influenced by the darkness still? Do you think it's part of the darkness?
I mean, I've been pacing around. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to trust right now. I whistled to. Oh, how far is that? Let's find out.
How far is
35.
what?
Oh, you're so far away, dude. You
Yeah.
wandered.
Yeah, that is. Wait, how
Wasted
many
my soup. Wasted my soup.
feet away?
Wasted my soup. All right, I want to.
Ro caught off his guard.
I don't know the exact everything about the spell or whatever. I want to use dancing lights with my fingers, and I want to put them right in front of Turvey's eyeballs, like all 5 of them, my little dancing lights, and I want them to flare up as big as possible. In fact, I want it to be a shining version of. I want them to combine. And I think it's 120 feet. I want them to combine into a shining version of myself. That's really bright.
I mean, you create 4 torch sides. You just start with dancing lights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5, right? So you can probably create like arms, legs, and a head.
I think you can combine them into a person.
Oh shit! Really? I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, a humanoid form of medium size. I want it to look
Pretty cool.
I want it to look just like me, but all shining and bright. I want it.
Like perfectly silhouetted, but like.
Yep. But then
white.
off to the side he hears, "Hey! Wake up!" Like, from across the cave.
Okay.
Turvy. I want it to appear in front of Turvy.
Where are you putting this fake you? Mark the map.
Like, right.
Can you just control
Here.
Why Turvy?
I don't know. He's the closest to me. I don't believe you fucks anymore. I saw the darkness, and you guys were like, "No, man, you're fucking tripping. There's no darkness. There's a fucking
cool, dude.
sphere of darkness that you sent a fucking phoenix into," and everyone's like, "Nah, it's fine."
Yeah, we got it under control.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
It's alright.
I'm going to Turvy. Wake up!
Know what you gotta know, Kyle.
Wake up, Turvy!
As you kind of create this dancing illusion of yourself. It takes a full action. You use your move action to kind of press against the rocks here, and a bonus action to just shout. And as you shout, another bolt flies towards you. This time from the southeast.
Oh, what?
Fuck. Oh,
We're surrounded.
dude,
Oh
you're getting poked at.
Yeah, look, this is my
Dead?
terrible punishment.
Yeah, are you dead?
This is my punishment. for-
Another bolt fires and glances you. The cover gives you some reprieve, but not enough. You shout, and the rest of you all kind of hear this fucking commotion start to go off. I need
okay.
you all to roll initiative.
What's happening?
Did Ro take damage just now?
He did, yeah.
Oh,
my God.
I got big on that though.
I got big too. Oh, me and you both.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that you
So wait,
come
how
to
does
my
that
aid instead of fucking me this time.
How does it work out? Is it based off of the natural initial roll?
What?
Mhm.
Sorry? Yeah. It's your no. You just kind of go around the same time.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I hear
Here it
drums.
comes. Here it comes.
Well,
The drums, the
fittingly, in terms of narrative, it makes perfect sense to me that Ro is currently first in this non-surprise
dum,
round.
Dum, dum.
Perfect.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I know this music.
What's the penalty on climbing? Can I climb up this wall?
There's no penalty with all the webbing draped around everywhere, even throughout like this inner part of the cavern. In fact, you'd find it quite easy to climb. Although getting down might prove more difficult because as you sort of touch and feel it, it is quite sticky.
Wasted my soup. Wasted my soup. Wasted my soup. And I start climbing.
Okay. How high are you climbing?
30 feet. As far as I can go. I start climbing high. Wasted my soup.
Okay. Got a little elevation indicator on you with this new update.
Oh, nice. I like
So you're 30 feet up on that wall right now.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
And in terms of
Do
your
I
overall,
scope anything up there?
Okay, glad you asked. Make a perception check
That's all right. I'm getting back in.
Perceptive.
Yeah.
on your skill sheet.
I see it. Getting back in. Boom. Average. Good.
Okay.
+4 though.
Yeah.
So above.
Heal 14.
You see a lithe, dark, enshrouded figure, not too far to the east, like probably right around here-ish. And based on the weapon that was fired at you and from the distance, not too many other creatures other than drow that wield hand crossbows in the Underdark.
Alright, give me 1 second here. I need to click on a few things. Loading. How can I tell what the range on a weapon is that I have?
What weapon?
Light crossbow.
Light crossbow is 80 feet without disadvantage, and anything past that up to 320 feet you fire with disadvantage.
Well, it looks like
And it'll do that. It should do that automatically, like it did for that guy. He had a disadvantage from his range.
so I don't see him, right?
You do
I want
not.
to play this. All right, I don't see him. I want to fire off into his general direction. Be like,
So-
"Where's my soup? Where's my
Yeah.
soup?"
So no matter what, that should be disadvantage. So actually, why don't you just turn
Yeah.
on disadvantage and just double click or throw the roll into the chat since you can't target a thing.
I can do that. Let me find a weapon here.
It's on your actions tab. So you can left click your portrait or shift left click your token to open your character sheet.
5.
Okay, 10 total. You fire into the darkness, and from what you hear, it does not sound like you hit anything.
I keep muttering, "Where's my soup? Where's my soup?"
Okay. Ezric, you startle awake, nestled near the large, comfortable forms of Prince Darendil and Shushar the Awakened. Xenu's kind of like pulling at your hair with his beak, trying to stir you awake.
Xeno, what? And Ezra turns to Darendil. Darendil, did you hear that? Did you hear that rustle?
I
Kurt Russell.
I heard some yelling, and he's kind of like looking over, and
Can you see anything?
the ranger's climbing up the wall.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry, out of character.
Yeah.
But can I, send Xenope to kind of sentry around, Ro? Is that like a thing?
So, with your familiar, I don't really know the answer offhand. Let's see. He acts independent of you in the turn order, so he'll always be tethered to you. Let me just bump him up.
But his action is a different turn than mine.
Right, it'll be right after you, basically.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, let's shake some rust off here. Roll NPC initiatives.
Your familiar is dead.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys. Well, what the fuck was the darkness?
So when you're within 100 feet,
Ah,
I mean, look, you can look through some of that, but basically when you're 100 feet, you can issue commands, talk telepathically with it.
100 feet of my familiar or 100 feet of my target?
When you're within 100 feet of the familiar,
Okay.
you can telepathically link.
I'm 90 feet away.
Darendil, perhaps we should go check on our ranger friend and see if he's okay. I'll send Xenope to his aid.
He just kind of like puffs up his chest, nods, and starts walking, or looking like he's gonna walk towards Ro's position.
I don't know how much feet I can actually move, but I'm gonna move towards maximum feetage towards Ro.
So you can take a dash action instead of attacking or casting a spell, and so that would basically allow you to do a double move. So I think it's double.
Climb up to me.
Let me double check.
I'm not gonna climb up to him, but I'm gonna go to the base and send Xenope up to show him that we are attentive to his situation.
Okay.
I don't know if that's all possible. That sounds like a lot.
Combat action. Sorry, I'm looking at this real quick because I'm curious. So dash. Yeah, so you get to do a double move in replace of that. So you can still, I think, take your normal move action too.
Oh shit. So that would be any ability?
No. Basically,
Oh,
you
just
You get 2 moves.
yeah.
Okay.
Gain extra.
And Xenope's not even a part of any of this, right?
No.
Like,
Yeah, he would.
That's
He would still.
purely Ezra.
Correct.
Okay. Can I take a move action to shout to Ro or something? Can I communicate to him? Is that like?
You can. Everyone's got like a bonus action, which is just like a quick, tiny thing. So yeah, you could shout to Ro as you're running over there.
Ro! What seems to be the problem here?
I bonus action back to him. Where did my soup go, man?
Fuck me, dude. Ezra sends his familiar towards Ro to meet him. I don't know if is that too much movement?
He can fly 60 feet. So if he does a double move, no, he can go 120.
Okay, so he's gonna sentry around Ro and just kind of like protect him for now.
Okay. He'll also fly some elevation. So.
Scream!
Okay.
That's
I'm
how he
glad
is.
that you made that noise.
Yeah.
You. Oops. You see Sereth and Turby kind of start to rise themselves, and before long, that same guy, or that same spot where you were shooting and returning fire, you now see the form of this drow scout-looking character fire at you once more. He kind of runs forward about 30 feet from his cover along the wall, just like where is he?
I'm not happy about this, but I know how to narratively play it out.
Oh, shit. I'm using a different weapon because I can't
Oh
find
my
the entry.
Jesus!
But it's the same entry.
What are you doing to me, Fitty?
Yeah, you're getting fucked, dude.
Hold on.
Getting sniped.
This is advanced D&D.
Yeah. This guy is an ace.
Yep.
This time you kind of take
The
one of
blood.
the crossbow bolts in the shoulder, and you're still like kind of clinging and holding on as Xenu flies in near you. Nalian, you yourself kind of stir awake with Stool next to you, kind of hopping around nervously here.
Yeah, so I'm reading this one ability that I think I want to use. Yeah, so I stumble awake. Because I hear so much shit going to the south, especially Ro. He woke me from my slumber, and the last thing I remember was him waking me from my slumber. Like, what is it, Ro? And then I heard the second arrow come shudunking in. Or was it third?
At
It was
this
second
point,
to me.
yeah, well, to you is probably only the second. Yeah.
You were counting in your sleep. You're a ranger.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
1 arrow.
2 arrows.
Yeah.
And from where I'm sitting, how far is this?
If you measure it out, it should be accurate.
Woof. So can I see that far? Is that? I think it's in this dark light and everything.
I mean,
Or what's my distance?
there's a little bit of darkness for you. I mean, there is like this subtle bit of illumination between like the reflectiveness of the Silken Paths, some of the bioluminescent fungus, and there's still a little bit of fire left. I imagine crazed Ro was still trying to keep the imaginable soup warm. So you can see the silhouette of the thing, and gauge enough from that, but it's not like, you know, crystal clear vision. You probably have a slight disadvantage in this distance.
I was gonna say I'm going to break from party because, from my understanding, I have the ability as a ranger to, when moving alone, move through foliage undetected. Like, it could be much sneakier. Let's see, let me find this over there. Rangers class. Ranger.
Laughing deer.
Okay.
Oh, your natural explorer stuff? When you're traveling
think
alone,
it's- I think
you
it's
can
something
move
with that.
stealthily at a normal pace.
Yeah, it's if I move alone, right? Like if I break
Yeah.
from group.
Yeah.
So I'm breaking from group,
Okay.
and I'm moving up along. Let's see, so this way, kind of. I hear Ro, but I'm trying to triangulate what he's
Okay.
hiding from.
So normally, yeah, like if you wanted to go 30 feet in stealth mode, it'd be half the distance of normal. So for you,
Okay.
it would still be 30 feet for a single move.
Okay.
Okay.
And as I go along, I'm gonna tap everybody on the shoulders, like, Stool, get up, Topsy, get up, Turvy,
Stool specifically.
Okay.
Sarah, Ro.
Get off your mushroom cap.
We just can't wake everybody up. We're being attacked from the south.
Okay.
Ready your arms.
Stool's like, I don't have any arms.
Ready your load, whatever the fuck you want.
Cue it up, Billy.
Everyone
Stay
kind of
in
comes
mode.
to. I'd say you yourself are probably far enough along that you don't need to make a stealth check for this.
Okay.
So that's a single move action. I'd say with the time it takes to kind of wake everyone up and say a few words to each of them.
That was my action.
Is
kind of
pretty
thing.
yeah, for the most part. I mean, you can prep one other thing if you
Oh.
like.
I
If it's a
think
bonus
is
action or
Warrior
something
a
small?
bonus action?
Quite a few things for rangers are.
Oh gosh.
You can do
Um,
anything as a bonus
I'm
action.
looking really fast.
It is a bonus action, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. What do I need to? Do I need to mutter something in his ass?
Yeah. If you wanna give it some flavor, basically, you learn to draw on the energy of the multiverse to augment your attack. Choose one
Holy
creature
shit, I
that you
see
can
him.
see within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even questionable.
Maybe you're clocking someone you want to drape in planar energy, but you can't
What's
quite
that? Oh, yeah.
do it at this moment.
It's okay. I'm still looking out around me. I'm surveying the land. This like. Can you see my arrow? My,
Yep. Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
He's S motioning.
What color are those robes?
White baby. They fit right in with the translucent.
They're
all these-
preacher's robes.
fit right in with all these glowing,
We need some gold.
glowing shrooms and everything.
It's woven right in to the cloth. Feel the weight.
Don't mind the studded leather underneath.
It's studded leather of the cloth. It's holy studded leather.
Holy studded of leather.
Batman.
Yeah.
Holy butthole pluck.
Okay. Takes us to back to the top. Ro. I didn't miss anyone, right? Oh, no, sorry, Zahn. I did miss you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Oscar.
What about Oscar?
Oscar and Zahn, I'm sorry. Oscar, what are you doing?
Missed everybody. I'm still alive.
I stumble out of bed and I rush over to the noise. What's going on? You can't you can't die. Nobody can die. Nobody can die under my watch. I use a dash action. It's a double.
But it's only 10 feet.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be good because he's gonna see him and then he's gonna see. Oh, it's too late for him. Get out of here.
So you dash over to the base of the stalagmite and you see that he's some 30 feet up, clinging onto the spider web with a bolt sticking out of his shoulder.
Oh my god, are you caught? What's happening? Are you stuck?
Can I reply back? Do I get to reply?
Should I come up there?
You can shoot him a quick reply.
Are you caught? Where did my soup go?
I thought you threw it. You threw it out.
I threw it into the darkness and you said there wasn't a darkness.
No, I said it's fine. It's fine.
No darkness is fine. You're crazy.
Zahn, help!
Zahn?
I'm really glad you said that because I was about to turn over and go back to sleep. I mean, that's a good 65 feet away. Would Zahn hear that with a passive perception of 17?
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty echoey in here.
Oh God. Oh fuck. A little bit of darkness and he freaks out and he won't shut up. Okay, well, Oscar, I can. Okay, and Zahn gets up and, you know what? I'm gonna say he goes a solid, like there.
Okay.
Solid there.
Wow.
That's a good. That's
That
a
is
good
a
there.
solid awesome. Jesus.
Yeah. 45 feet.
What? What?
Oh man.
He's up. Look, he's up there. I think he's caught in a web.
Wait,
Leave me alone!
are you calling me because he won't shut up?
No, he's caught in the web. Look.
I can't. Okay, what? He's not caught in a web?
Yeah, the web's up there. He's caught.
This bolt in my shoulder hurts so bad!
Oh wow, yeah, he's been shot. Oh
can
wow,
I-
he's been shot.
I mean,
So as you kind of take
35
this in,
feet.
yeah, you can see with your half elf eyes here, the figure of a lone drow scout to the southeast of you. So
Oh, shit.
You quickly put 2 and 2 together.
Wait, I can see over this like rocky.
Yeah, this is low and kind of slopes upward.
Zahn immediately wakes up. Hold on, let me see what I can do here.
You've walked all the way over here.
Like he was pre-coffee before, and now
Yeah,
he's like
Yeah,
post.
no, I'm-
Wait a minute.
I'm awake.
Oh wow, he's been shot. No, look.
I mean, you have to think about this from Zahn's point of view.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
he's heard all night was Ro moaning and complaining about his stupid soup. Okay, I am going to.
I've stumbled upon a conspiracy. No one believes me.
Gotta get it crossed over, and then you get shot.
Shot in the fucking shoulder.
I can't even speak.
Which
No one believes me.
Cross hole.
I think that lets me get all the way up to him because I can. It means I can dash as a bonus action.
Yes.
Step of the wind. Ooh.
Dash is a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled. So yeah, only having used your move action so far, you still have a bonus action and a regular action.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprint.
Okay. You go
Oh my
charging
God,
in.
no!
As I get close to him, is it like very obviously a drow guard? Like, do I recognize? I'm having spent
Oh
time
God,
in
you
jail.
just run straight up.
He ran. He
Yeah.
ran.
He was being like very stealthy. You caught him like mid reloading of the crossbow bolt, and he's kind of like looking up at Ro and at the camp as you just come bursting in front of his field of vision. And like you're just hell bent on charging him. Like all you see is his face, like frankly trying to reload and then changing and reaching for a short sword.
Is it very clearly like a drow guard, like in the same armor of people that we saw before? I mean, we spent so much time in jail.
That's racist.
Is it similar?
No, it is not.
It's not similar.
It is not.
I don't recognize it.
No.
Okay. I look as intimidating as I can, and I say, "What are you doing here? Why are you attacking us?" I don't hit him, but I get in a
He's
defensive posture.
He's gonna stab you. So hard. Yep. Here it comes.
You see, like he's still got like his hand on the short sword. He's kind of like tilts his head towards you and just speaks I don't know if you know this language, and he's just like, and it's like kind of like talking down at you like you're some kind of worm in his way.
Wait, what language is it?
Let me see.
It's probably Underdark or Drow. I know those.
He's speaking Undercommon.
Okay.
I think I know Undercommon. It's probably too far away. I won't inquire. That's too.
Would you
I
say
know Undercommon. Can I hear it from here?
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't want to know what it said. That
sounds
I'm probably too far away.
condescending? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, it's
Sound
almost,
aggressive?
he's almost like spitting on you as he talks.
Okay, cool. I hit him.
Okay. Real quick, Oscar, make a perception check, Oscar.
Just waiting for it.
Oh.
You don't perceive the sword going into your gut.
Ooh.
19.
All right.
And you do speak Undercommon?
They do.
You hear him say, "Get out of my way, filthy surface elf," basically.
God damn, the race card.
Dirty.
A surface elf.
Zahn, complete your attack.
Okay, cool.
He's not.
Oh my God, you
Ooh.
punched him.
The quarterstaff always performs.
You hit him hard.
Where's the sound of the turkey punch? Remember that one?
Yeah, that's not the quarterstaff.
Unarmed. That's
Oh, my
unarmed.
bad.
God
Sorry,
damn,
okay.
turkey
My bad.
punch.
You pretty much knock him on his ass back
no.
away from you.
Oh.
Like you basically just bloody the jaw that just cursed you, and send him flying back in almost like a clearly critical condition. And he staggers to the floor, dropping the bow, hand
He's
never
not gonna have the
fully
same life.
unsheathing the sword. And you hear the light pitter patter of additional footfalls coming
Careful.
rushing towards you.
I got him. There's more.
Okay, yeah.
Help me.
Fine, you kill him.
He is not surrounded.
I don't think I can do anything else from right here.
Oh God, you're literally surrounded.
So what was your initiative roll?
Like 9.
Okay.
Ooh, he's big bones. Look at his big bone. Uh-oh. It panned out.
Yeah.
Bushy whiskers.
Where's the spiders?
Yeah, right.
Do I have a horn? Yeah. I don't. I just start yelling. Ah! Ah! Ah!
It's a forgotten language only he knows. I was so clear.
Stepping forward
Yeah.
from a similar direction, this drow with like these wispy, almost bushy whiskers for a dark elf comes stepping forward and fires his crossbow at you.
Nice layering. Nice layering.
He fires and you kind of easily step out of the way.
Nice.
If only his eyebrows were not so thick as to occlude his vision.
He might be able to see better, yeah.
Ro, you still clamoring about the soup, see a very different scenario start to unfold in front of you.
Fiddy, pay attention. Here comes my my award-winning role playing. The last time Rose saw Xenope, he was diving into the darkness that he threw his soup into. He starts screaming and flailing his arms. Ah! And he starts batting at Xenope, and he unarmed strikes him.
Wait, is Xenope even close to you?
Yeah, he is.
I
I start flailing my arms at him. And I
Flail
hit him.
your arm and smack Xenu up in your little spot on the stalagmite
Jesus
there.
Christ, Kyle.
And then I keep climbing higher.
Roll damage, please.
Oh my god.
what the fuck?
He only has like 1 hit point.
Now he has no hit points. And I keep climbing higher.
You
Do
flail your
do
arm so wildly that you smack and compress him against the stalagmite, and he literally splats back into the viscous goo that Ezra barfed up when he first conjured him. And you keep climbing. You keep climbing up.
Yeah. I go, "Ugh," and I wipe my hand on the wall.
You're now about 50 feet up.
Okay.
Watching down below. I need you, Ro, to make an perception check.
Making perception check.
Who need the perception check?
Sorry, Ro.
I'm
Okay,
perceiving.
he's perceiving.
What do I see?
While Zahn may not have recognized the garments of the drow, you sure do.
Ooh, I know those.
You recognize them from those of the house that trained you.
Oh shit!
As you
shit.
start to clock a couple of the drow, especially the one off in the distance to the east who's pointing a crossbow that it's reloading towards Zahn, this is a typical forward scout patrol for one of the hunters, one of your brethren.
Ooh. I I duck down behind a crystal. I put my eyes up above it.
Cool.
I get quiet.
Ezra, you just watched that happen.
Jesus Christ.
You felt that happen.
Guys?
Yeah, Ezra kind of like falls into himself and clutches his heart as, crushes against the rocks. And after all is said and done, he kind of reassembles himself and is clear again, but minus his familiar, clearly. And then from there, Ezra's gonna go ahead and let me look at the map here. He's gonna walk up to Oscar here and Oscar.
Yeah.
What if we see? What do you see? My eyes are shut.
What? We're under attack. There's drow.
Oh,
They're yelling
from
up
what
there,
direction?
Yeah, that way. And they're
And in the direction that Oscar points, Ezra takes out his crossbow and shoots in that direction.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So I need to shoot, right?
Yeah. So if you go to your actions.
Zahn's in front of you, right? I'm shooting.
Turn on disadvantage, and just double click or drag off the roll attack for your crossbow.
I attack the darkness.
The roll attack on my crossbow?
Yeah. Cool.
10?
Zahn, you are like just.
I literally turned and said, "What the fuck are they shooting at?"
Ezra, are you holding there?
Yes.
Okay. Sarah
It's okay,
looks
I'll
up
just
at
take care of the whole party down here by myself.
I'm
Don't worry, it's
RPing the
fine.
shit out of this tonight. I'm RPing it.
I'm trying real hard to RP too.
Sarah looks up at you, Nalian, and kind of like nods at the awakening, and reaches around his belongings and says, "I only have my blade. Do we hold here or move in?" He's kind of like looking back.
Move in on my signal. I'm gonna give him a signal. They'll know. They'll
Okay.
know what the signal
Alright,
is.
he's basically holding his action.
Go.
There's still a glowing version of me standing over Turvey.
Yeah, I
right
tried to
next
wake you up, but it was weird.
1 second.
And I look good.
I just fired my fucking crossbow at nothing.
Did you throw your crossbow at him?
Yeah. As hard as I
Oh,
fucking could.
God, what the fuck was it? Oh,
It comes
needs
back to
nothing.
his hand.
Okay.
It makes him stumble backwards, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Cool. All right.
Here comes
Cal,
the
fuck
pain.
you.
What? You fucking ignored
Okay,
my darkness. You're evil.
What do you
Uh,
mean?
So,
For
real
another
quick, the scout that you just like punched through, Zahn, you can see him like crawling, like barely with it, trying to move back towards the bushy, whiskered drow towards the east. He's not getting too far. So, ends up moving in reality about like 2 feet.
I'll be sure to step on him.
I'm sorry.
on the way out.
I'm trying to erase this, but I can't erase it.
Got you.
Alright. I'm trying to move.
Okay.
Now no longer stealthily, but I feel like everybody else is kind of engaged.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move up about 20 feet. Or 20, what is this? Units, feet, meters? What is this?
Feet. Yeah.
Move 20 feet.
You've got 30 of them.
And then I am gonna do something. Just wait. And as I walk by, I remind them, wait for the signal. You'll know it when you see it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and look for this big drow with tinted chops back here. I'm gonna drop that on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, again, I don't have any weapons. I just pull out, almost like I'm pulling from an arrow, like this guided arrow, this lit arrow just kind of comes from my fingertips, and I cast it out towards him. And
You hit hard.
That's
You
so
see all
far
these-
away.
You see all these light tendrils, and I hope that it guides the way for everybody else, because it is called guiding bolt.
Oh, is
So
it
hope that-
tentacles?
I hope that everybody sees this light cut through the air right over Zahn's shoulder, past the stupid drow scout, into the big drow tinted chops in the back,
Oh.
lighting everything up as it passes by.
That's
Okay.
insane.
Roll damage.
Okay, so this is this gun.
Headshot.
What?
Oh my god.
Headshot.
Nice.
I don't know what this token thing is.
You
my
overkilled him by
God.
3. You
Oh, yeah.
overkilled him by 3.
That also
Status
gives-
is dying.
It also gives everybody advantage against him if we need it.
I don't think we need it.
Seems
Like
you
literally
indeed.
a blast of light scorches through the darkness, and there's just splattered blood and scorch marks against the
In
stalagmite
silhouette.
to the southeast. Yeah.
That's
And there's like a slumping,
light, brothers!
dropping sound as the remains just drop and roll down the side.
I hope
Ow.
that the light still stays there because normally it's supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
on his body.
Yeah, I'd say, you know,
Dude.
for at least a round or two after, there's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
illuminated semblance of a corpse
At
rolling
least with the
down the thing.
advantage that I'm supposed to be getting, right? At least till that's done. Cause
Let's see. It's only against that very target, and this
Yep.
target is obliterated.
yeah. But hopefully he's still glowing
It's
with the guiding light, like just on his body. There's just light there while the advantage is still there, right?
It's only on the same target.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you holding here? You took.
How many? Let's see. It took 20 steps or 20 feet.
You still have 10 feet if you want them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and take him this. Oops. Let's see. Let me take him this way.
All right. Let's see.
They're awake.
just washing out the crust out of their eyes.
Yeah. Where's the rest of everyone?
darkness. What darkness?
Why is there a glowing row in the corner?
Why does it feel like daytime?
Oh shoot! Can I retcon something? Oh wait, never mind. I can't. 30 feet. Can't do it. Not close enough.
Sucks when that happens.
Big boned.
Where are they going? They're just random. Oh, they're climbing. They're climbing.
They're getting the high ground.
Yeah. They're climbing. I'm 80 feet. They're 50 feet.
Man, I
They're
sure
25.
fucking wish you didn't kill my familiar.
I wish you would have explained why there's
Explain what?
fucking a dark orb around one of our party members.
I don't know, bro. I was just sending him in.
Basically at the same elevated
Tortoise,
height as
so-
you, but about 5 feet away, moving across the thing. This drow is climbing up after you.
Good. Jujar, give us the good stuff.
Give us the good stuff.
You heard the man.
Give him the beans.
Oscar.
Yeah. I'm going to, let's see, push forward.
I climbed 2.5 feet.
I think that works. Right?
Okay.
And then
2.5.
Yeah.
One.
Okay, so I move there, and then I slap my hands together and I cast Bless. I bless up to 3 creatures within range, and whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you can roll an extra d4.
Oh shit! Awesome.
So that's on Ezra, Kuro, and Zahn.
Okay.
So that, yeah.
It's whenever. I'm sorry. Say one more time.
So whenever you take an attack roll or a saving throw, you just add another d4.
Okay.
Last one. Right?
No,
Ro?
it lasts as long as I hold it.
Ro
Oh,
is
shit.
beyond your reach, unfortunately. He is 50
I'm
feet
high
up.
It's Zahn, Ro, and so it's
Ro's out
within
of
30
range.
feet.
Ro,
I'm
no, Ro. So you see if you zoom in, he's 50 feet high as well as across. So he
Oh,
is,
okay.
he's too high up for your spell to reach.
Oh. Okay.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Good
Yeah,
old
yeah, so it's a
Pythagoras.
little bit more-
Yeah, jeez.
Okay, so if if I move to then say like here instead, I could probably reach Nalian then.
Yeah, I'd give you those 3 on the ground. Ezra,
yeah, yeah.
Nalian, and Zahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
Okay. So then
okay.
bless. And I say, Ilmatir, bless you! You
Cool.
3! But not you! And I point to Ro. What are you doing?
All right, so yeah, you 3 attack rolls and saving throws. You get to roll a bonus d4 to add to it.
Stop it!
And
Alright.
holding that other one.
Yeah. That's it. I used all my movement to just get there and do that thing.
Okay.
Just no extra d4 on your attacks and savings.
How much range is that? You said 30 feet.
Well, when I cast it, yeah. But like you
They
don't have
have
to
to be
stay
within
within
30
30 feet after that.
Gotcha.
Oh, are they climbing? They're continuing to
blessed.
climb. Yeah, they're climbing.
Be a shame if you cut their rope.
As is tradition.
Zahn.
I'm going right for that bushy whiskers dude who shot a thing at me, and I want to run and I want to jump off of this sneaky gate guy, with the idea of engaging here.
Okay. 1 second.
I mean, I probably can't realistically jump 10. Well, maybe I could jump 10 feet if I'm running really fast.
Yeah, I believe it. Spring off the body, monk style.
I mean, I'm definitely jumping on that guy's like face, from his face or his wounds.
Okay.
But you know.
All right,
going for this dude.
you go springing and squishing off him.
Sweet. I'm gonna smack you. Plus a D4. Plus a D4.
Okay.
Because of bless.
That becomes a 14, which does not hit.
That's fine. I'm gonna bonus unarmed strike.
Okay.
Does this also get a D4?
Let me.
Not that it
double
matters,
check.
but
I'm curious. Whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw, you roll it. So that becomes a 25, which is a hit. Roll damage. There you go.
There it is.
You punch into
Didn't disappoint.
the drow's body,
I didn't.
and you can feel it's got like you feel like a fine elvish chainmail underneath the cloth bearing the house
Ooh.
symbol.
I call over my shoulder. I found the leader.
Bushy whiskers.
She smiles at you and tries to grab your fist, which is kind of punching in just above her breasts. And
Tell me
she
more.
looks back at you and says, "We found you." Anyway, is that it for you?
That is it for me. Just a quick question. We did we or did we not get a full rest?
You did. I applied it as
okay.
well,
Sweet. Okay.
which is why your key points aren't missing 2
That's-
for darkness.
That is why I was asking.
Shushar's just meditating. Let's knock him out. Topsy moving near the Phantom Row. Actually, is that a concentration, that dancing lights?
I don't know.
It is concentration, only up to a
Okay.
minute.
I'd say that's probably questionably off.
Yeah, you wouldn't have held that even after a few attempts.
Yeah.
Nalian, as you were kind of running or scampering
Mhm.
away from Sereth and the 2 Svirfneblin little gnome creatures, you noticed that Turvy wasn't getting up, and Topsy is kind of like still hunched over, like lifting the head up, doing that whole thing, and all of your ranger instincts tell you that that animal ain't moving. And
Topsy's not moving?
Turvy's not moving. The boy, the sister's kind of holding him.
Oh.
Prince Darendil goes bounding in towards Zahn. With him, a dash is only 60 feet. And he's got, "Friends, I'm coming." He's like bounding forward.
Get in here!
"I have no weapon but these monstrous claws."
That's good.
That'll do, donkey.
The drow, smiling back at you, quickly pushes your hand aside, unsheaths a very ornate-looking short sword, and slashes back at you. Definitely hits.
Oh my god.
You take 7 points of damage
Wow.
as her blow glances across that same very arm that came a little too close to comfort. We go back to Ro, climbing up, now seeing 2 ever more familiar drow-like scouts climbing up after you.
All right, I see them approaching, and I yell. I say across to the one that's 50 feet up. I go, "You're like me. Why are you here? Are you friend or foe?"
Sereth sends his regards.
Sereth.
He
Sereth.
says to
Sereth,
you.
one of ours?
He says to you in Elvish.
Yes, this is over here.
He says it loud enough that probably only Ro hears this. And as he, as you sort of engage him, you see that he's already reaching for his blade, and kind of getting like one arm latched in real good. Still your turn though.
Oh my
You've
god!
only said a few
we've been
words.
double crossed.
We got bamboozled.
We did. God damn it! All right, I see him reaching for his sword. In my training, in my background, I've been prepared for this exact motion. And I asked the DM, "Hey, this Hunter's Mark is a bonus action. Can I use that first, or do I have to do that after I attack and use an action?"
No, you can use it first. Any
I
order.
use Hunter's Mark on the. Which one is drawing their sword at me? The guy below, right?
Well, both of them really, but the one that you were talking to, who's a little bit higher up, the 50-foot one.
Yeah, I use Hunter's Mark.
The big boned fella.
I will use it. Oh shit! Oh, okay. I still believe we've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
At this point. Alright, and then I use, and then I attack. Whoop!
Oh
my god.
Cut his throat.
Goodbye, sir.
What the hell is that?
The fuck?
Well, that was Colossus Slayer plus all of my extra shit on.
You don't get Colossus Slayer, because
What?
he's
I
not.
cast it on him.
Wait.
Oh no, because he wasn't.
He's
below
not
his full hit
wounded
points.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. 30 damage. He's dead.
Well, Colossus Slayer.
Colossus Slayer doesn't take effect. That's for sure.
Hold on. Mucking up.
Oh,
all my shit.
3d6 poison?
Yeah, don't you have a poison sword?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
What the hell?
1d6 plus 3 piercing. I see 1d6 and then a whole bunch of bullshit and then 3d6 poison. That's not even close. I should be way lower, but he's still dead.
Yeah, he's still dead. I'll have to go back through my notes. I remember that poison sword wasn't supposed to last that long. Let's say with the last of the poison coated on this blade, you managed to use every last drop and just slice into this guy and pull him back out and watch him fall back down from where he climbed. The other drow still climbing up underneath you just looks even more determined at this moment.
So
Yep.
Colossus Slayer says I can use a bonus action if the monster gets killed before the turn ends. I can use a bonus action to redirect it. So I lose that, right? Because I already used it to turn it on.
Yeah, basically it's like a buff you get to apply if you're attacking a creature that's already been injured. And you only get to do it once per turn. So basically you only should turn it on, that's my bet, you should only turn it on if you're attacking something that's already injured. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
And
I injured him anyway.
Well,
Happy.
you don't get to apply it on the same attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I injured him to death is what I was getting at.
Yeah. Okay. You moving at all? Technically, you still have some movement.
Do I have verticality?
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can. This place is enormous.
Can I go up?
You could definitely go up. It's been no trouble at all for you to climb up to this 50 feet. To go higher would definitely require a bit of a climbing strength check.
I see what you did there, and I will be doing a strength check once I comically located.
Yeah, hold on one second. I have to remember
it is.
myself. Climb.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You, with all of the fighting and everything you've just exerted, you don't get much higher. I'll give you, 10 more feet before you really
All
start
right.
to struggle.
I'm 60 feet up. I'm cool.
And I am fixing a thing here. Basically, the poison on your short sword is no longer active.
Because it's wasted. Does he go falling? Does he go falling off the side and scream as he does it?
Yeah. Okay. Ezric.
Would Ezra be able to hear the drow speak Darendil's name? Or Sareth's name, sorry.
No, he whispered it for Rose.
He whispered it?
Only. Yeah.
Okay.
You had no idea that happened in character.
Ezric walks up to his splattered Phoenix's corpse against the rock and puts his hand up to it. He remorses the fact that his just reunited pet has been killed by Ro, and looks up towards to sense what sort of dangers are going on in Ro's area, but he's not exactly looking to help right now.
Okay. I mean, to the naked eye, you look up. I mean, it catches your peripheral vision, like as this body drops down below, and you immediately look up and see the form of another dark elf climbing up after him.
All right. He's
Some
mostly
40
focused on
feet
his
up.
splattered phoenix. Ezra takes out his crossbow and aims it towards Ro in sort of not. It seems ominous in the moment, but he's just.
You'll laugh about it later.
Yeah, we'll laugh about it later. He's preparing his crossbow in Ro's direction.
Okay. You just holding your
Enter.
action then?
Yep, holding my action.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
So just like a little
Repeat the
refresher.
fuck out of this.
You can hold your entire turn, and that's fine. If you do decide to act before the end of the round, you're permanently moved into that spot.
Okay.
All right.
And I can act at any moment, right?
Yeah. You can interject.
Okay. Okay.
So Nalian, you told everyone behind you to kind of wait for your signal, right?
Yep.
Okay. Still waiting.
No, that's what I said. That's why I yelled, "Follow the light."
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
even yelled it when I was firing a bolt.
Oh shit.
That was the signal.
It was the signal. Okay, in that case, Sereth kind of goes racing with his blade past you, and starts running towards the drow engaged with Zahn.
That's why I was really hoping that there was like still like a glimmering light in his chest, as even though there's no advantage on because he's dead, the advantage was that he was still a glow.
Gotcha.
For everybody to follow in.
That's my bad. Oh shit. Where is this guy? Okay. We are back to you, Nalian.
Yeah,
On the
well,
battlefield.
I am going to circle around. Let's see. To get a nice clear shot over here of Huzan's engaged with bushy whiskers.
Okay.
Oh wait, let's see. That was my initial. Yeah, that was my initial one because that makes so much sense. And then I'm going to cast Planar Warrior. I'm going to point my crossbow at this one.
Okay.
Let's see. What's my crossbow? Is that what I got? Making sure. Yeah, my refined hand crossbow. What's the distance on that? Double check.
30 feet
35
for
feet?
normal damage or normal attack.
Okay, let me see. I move what, 30 feet already?
You move 25.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a total of, looking right
30.
now, 30.
Yeah,
So I'm
you do
moving forward all the 5 I can
Okay.
to get me to 30. Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All the 5 I can.
All right.
Okay.
And as I pull it up, I'm like, I'm gonna teach you how to negotiate, motherfucker. This is what I'm gonna say to cast Planar Warrior.
Okay. Yes,
And
just
then-
click the button to buff yourself.
Yep. Let's see where I put that. Button is down over yonder here. Planar Warrior button clicked,
Boom.
and then I'm gonna drop this motherfucker on this motherfucker. And I'm gonna, but I'm
And you get to
feeling
roll.
rather
You get to
lucky.
roll a d4. Oh yeah.
And a D4.
Oh
feeling
yeah.
rather lucky.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
don't,
lucky too.
I don't have it on my ability plate. Can
Yeah.
I say I have it yet? Okay.
Yeah. You have it. I'll add it later.
Plus
I'll
4.
make a point.
And the +1.
Plus
Alright,
4.
You get to add a plus 4. Well, d4. Roll a d4.
Or D4,
right?
yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that's
All of it.
you fire, and with your 17, it's still not quite good enough.
Oh, she's high level. She's high level. Damn.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're like, I've got
That
you
ain't
now.
good. That ain't good, bro.
You see
Well,
her kind of
shit.
like recoiling back from Zahn and does the classic just deflect the bolt bullshit.
I hope this isn't who I think it is, Freddy.
She's a monk.
Monks just do that?
They can just, with the arrows,
and then whip them back.
Nalian, anything else?
Uh-oh.
That's all your actions, right?
Is
Yeah, I'm
this
just
two
waiting.
folds? Are we gonna
Okay,
feel some
sorry.
shit?
Just waiting.
What's this old guy doing back here? Uh-oh. See, he's going
Rocks are
around.
like a hard counter to rangers.
Um,
I hope this isn't who I think it is.
oh, he's not doing good.
Oh my god, BPD, what are you doing?
I know, right?
What is he doing?
He's just going around.
He's like, I'm gonna get him in the back.
I gotta get
Picture.
around.
He's got the big picture.
I gotta get around. I gotta get
Oscar,
around.
you see the bloody drow that dropped from above.
Oh yeah.
He
Starts
fell, now
to
he's crawling away.
starts to crawl away, like he's actually getting up on 2 feet and limping.
Oh, he's gonna get away. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Is it my turn? Can I fuck him up?
Not yet.
No. Next turn. Come on.
Jim Jar kind of like comes. What the hell's going on?
That guy. Get that guy. He's getting away.
He's like clearly like out of breath and still running and used all of his actions on his turn. He's like peeks around. He's going south. Okay. It's your turn,
Yeah.
Oscar.
See that? See how he's at 55 feet away?
Yep.
Well, I just go ahead and. Oh, it's all right. That's the damage, but he's got to save. He's got to save. He fails.
He fails.
He takes 9 damage.
He
my God.
is eradicated. You see him like limping, like grabs at his head and just starts leaning against the wall before he slowly falls and drops, like in a very staggered kind of way.
Oh, I slapped Jim Jar on the shoulder. I'm like, never mind. Still got him. Oh no, Ro. And then I go under Ro over here. Oh no, shit. Filthy Scout. Wait, Filthy Scout's up, right? He's
Yep.
Up next
40,
to
45 feet up, just
Ro?
under row.
So he can't get to me. I want to get under Ro. I'm gonna hold up my hands and be like, I'm gonna catch you.
So like right next to Jim Jar's, about like you basically butted up against the vertical surface of this thing. Underneath him. He's like up there.
Okay.
So he's like
And I say,
70
"Row."
feet from you technically.
Go ahead and fall. I'll catch you.
Oh my god.
And I hold my hands up.
Okay.
They're like shaking.
Oscar's holding there.
And then And then one last thing. I cast Spiritual Weapon. Frank.
What's that?
Whoa.
So, there you go. As a bonus action, I create a floating spectral weapon within range, 60 feet.
What the
That lasts for the duration of the spell. It's not concentration. And when I cast the spell, I can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet. So I'm gonna cast it at Filthy Right Leg,
Okay.
and now he's got like a giant war. Actually, no, it's a tree. It's like a tree, and then the tree just like slaps.
Have you heard of the
Filthy
Whomping
Right-
Willow?
Exactly, totally a Whomping Willow. And then it's a spell attack, so it's gonna be a +6 to hit. So let's see, how does this work?
The whomping.
I don't have like the little bonus action like set up yet, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be a +6 to whatever this is. 12.
Okay. So let's see. I think
12 might not
actually
hit him.
no, on the weapon, right? It's got the
It's not a
attack roll.
specific weapon. It's like a spectral thing that I create, but I do a melee spell attack. So it's
You've
my
already
to
got the
hit modifier.
you've already got the dice with the modifier. So you see it's I'm just gonna roll it to see. I'm not gonna do it on them, but it's a +6.
Yeah.
So that'd be a 12, which does not hit. No
Okay.
modifier, right?
Just the +6. That's it.
Yeah, just +6. So, yeah. So you're your tree-like branch swings and misses, floating in its spectral form up near the scout.
Yeah, in a
What's
tree.
the Whomping Willow?
The whole time it's bleeding. It's like it's dripping blood.
Oh.
It's like mimicking kind of Ilmater, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
The enduring tree. All right.
All right.
So and, now it's threatening Drop Scout, and I'd be like, you get away from my boy.
Okay. He is trying to also climb higher and high enough to get towards Ro. Let's see. Okay. He manages to get 10 more feet up, which is enough to get an attack off. And he kind of closes the gap on you as he swings a short sword towards your body and hits.
Oh, that sounded like a miss.
Slashes at your
that
leg
was not a
for
miss.
6 additional damage. It's really all he can do, with the climbing and the holding and all that fun. Zahn, we come back to you. You can kind of feel the presence of some allies folding in as some of the other drow drop around you, and you try to
Zahn's
position.
gonna circle around, and he's like, "Oh, your armor's so cute. I like your eyebrows. What's your name?" And then he smacks her with his quarterstaff as he's asking that
Oh
question.
my god.
Okay.
And does this still maintain the
Oh my
D4?
god.
The D4? Yeah, how long did that last, Oscar? The blessing?
The blessing lasts a minute, so it's 10 rounds.
Okay. Do you drop... You only drop concentration if you cast another concentration spell, right?
And I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do 6 points of damage into her cute armor.
Okay. And I'm gonna
cute
unarmed
armor.
strike as well.
His description, not mine.
She looking
With,
cute?
I probably won't matter, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
13.
yeah, you miss.
Okay.
What's she
Holding there.
look like? Do we get a picture? Oh no, we don't get a picture because I don't know what she looks like yet.
Yeah, I don't have a good picture. You have to use your imagination.
I am.
Imagination. Prince Darendil, still making progress towards you all, just bounds over that low piece of rock, giving him... as he runs past Jim Jar, he kind of like just notices you two over his shoulder, Oscar. And he like looks back, looks to Nalian, and Zahn says, "Where should I go?"
Oh, yeah, go help Zahn.
Okay. And
Get that cute drow.
he
Shoot
kind
her in
of
the skirt.
stays pointed towards her and the other bodies over there, and is heading in that direction. She, on the other hand, swings her short sword back at you, rather enjoying the duel. Rolls a natural 20.
Oh no!
Slices into you for 12 points of damage.
I still half health.
Blood splatter.
Oh, that's a little cuter than I anticipated.
Row.
Too cute.
I look down at right leg and I say, "Does Sereth believe so little in Ro that he would send a recruit to dispatch him?" And then I use my scimitar on him.
Nice. Add push. D4. Add D4.
You hit.
Oh no, it's not you. You
I
have
don't.
to-
Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
shit.
Yeah.
You do a little bit of damage glancing against his armor.
So then I have Colossus Slayer.
He was
when I
not
hit
injured yet.
He's not injured yet, but he is
On
now.
your next attack, you could use Colossus Slayer.
Can I use I can use my bonus action to do the offhand, right?
Oh, yeah, that is correct.
Right. So this all applies to my
Yep.
offhand.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Well,
No!
it works out perfectly. Your offhand is holding you up on the climbing
Oh,
spider webs.
Jeebus. Okay.
So as you, you're just fully in some sort of weird zone, and seeing this guy has only pushed you further into that path along with the soup. So you go with your climbing hand and try to do some complicated like swap, gather to the offhand, swing, and drop your offhand blade, and it's all you can do to kind of like clutch back into the webs of the spider that cling along the stalagmite. You now, for this encounter, currently only have your main hand sword.
Okay.
And you are holding there. Ezric, what are you doing?
All right, Ezric. Does he have any? No, he didn't hear anything about Sereth, so he has no idea what's going on, right?
That is correct.
Okay. He just sees that Ro is being attacked upon.
Yep.
And he goes based off of that information and sends out a witch bolt towards the drow filthy right leg.
Okay. Yeah, you blast upwards at this thing and connect with the witch bolt.
Wonderful. That's all I ever wanted.
Roll damage.
Oh. Shit.
It's a spell attack, so your spell attack hit him and connected. Now, it's that.
What dice do I use on him?
It's just that first one, the flame icon thing. You can drag and drop that on him there.
Gotcha. Yeah. This one.
Cool. Yeah, he takes 9 points of lightning damage, and the bolt stays like tethered and connected to him as you channel. This is a concentration spell. You can read it basically on each of your next turns. If you want to, you can surge more of the electric energy into him without having to...
Power!
You don't have to roll to hit. You can basically just decide to use your turn to channel more damage.
Okay. Perfect.
Pretty dope.
Sereth finally closes the gap on this other drow. And she, perceptive as she is, kind of like holding Zahn back, like looks over her shoulder and says, "Traitor, or do you come to aid me?" And before she can like really finish, like Sereth just slashes at her with his short sword.
Oh no.
Oh.
Rolls a natural 20.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Dealing
Radical.
11 damage. And she kind of like spits to the side, like turning a lot of her attention towards him. This guy's done. Nalian.
The alien.
You still there? Yeah.
He's gone.
We'll come back.
He fell too much mushroom soup.
I need you, Nalian.
That dude just Bupito just fucking left. By the way.
Did he?
Yeah, he just ran.
Was he one of the people that initiated this whole thing, Bupito?
No.
It was Sereth.
And me.
Oh, and you?
I was climbing and I got fired at.
Oh, yeah, but it was Sereth's doing, yeah?
Jimjar kind of like lines up a shot and fires, missing terribly. He's just shaking his head. Oscar.
Ro! I'll catch you! As a bonus action, I'm going to move the Whomping Willow up to Filthy Right Leg and make another attack.
Okay.
Whomping.
I don't have the +6 ability, but I'm just going to roll the d20 down here.
All right. So
Does
like if you
14
go to your spells.
Yeah.
And see how there's.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't see that before.
I'll take
It
the
was a
8.
14.
It was a 14, which does hit, so you can use that to roll
Oh,
damage on him.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. You
So
smack him.
That's my bonus action. Whomping Willow. It's bleeding all over him. And then I run. I want to run over to Zahn. Needs my help.
Okay.
Okay, Ro. If you're not gonna drop him, be safe. Stay safe. And I move. I just move.
And I run past Prince Darendale and be like, we got our help, Zon!
Okay. You kind of hear him like grunt and like kind of nod.
Wait, that's my bonus action. So the Whomping Willow is bonus action. I still have a regular action. Wait.
Yeah.
You moved.
Well,
you still have regular
bonus
action
and
beside
regular
that.
action. So.
Oh, okay.
Zon, maybe I can reach you. 60 feet. All right. I'll cast this at Zon.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I cast
Nice.
pee. I pee on
Okay.
Zon.
Holy crap!
I reach out my hand. I'm like, golden shower, and then you just feel like the lights just rain on you, and you feel warm.
Yes, I was like,
Ooh, it's so warm. It
ooh,
tingles up a
this
little
is
bit.
great.
It tingles.
Warm and wet. It's my favorite.
It's like I can
Camera
feel
pans
you
to, like-
massaging my shoulders.
You're
Yeah.
channeling it from your pants.
Familiar. You're like, oh, yeah.
Golden shower.
Pitching a tent now.
Yo.
Perfect.
Every time you heal someone, they get oddly sexual.
Get golden showered, man.
Really weird.
Slashing with the short sword with renewed fervor. He swings. What is your AC? Jesus.
It's giant as fuck.
No, it's not.
Giant.
Yeah.
It hits you.
No.
Mine's big.
Do you have no armor on?
A 13
Probably have
hits
no
you?
armor.
You have no armor
guess
on.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That prison break, huh?
Yeah. Rough, really rough.
Wait,
He,
didn't you just sell a bunch of armor, Oscar?
Yeah, I did.
He deals damage. 6 points more to be exact.
Oh, we're having a
let's
fight up
see.
here.
And he swings one more time with the very same short sword,
Oh no.
Jesus.
doing
a
7
ranger.
more points
You're
of damage.
I'm not dying. I will not die to this stooge.
I'll help you.
He whispers to you once more. I won't say it out loud. I'll type it to you in a minute.
Yeah, type it. But I'll say my replies out loud.
And he finishes that sentence and he starts mumbling something that's not of any language that you know.
Did you send it in the Googles?
I will in a second here. Yeah.
Okay. Or like, I don't know where you sent it.
Yeah, I'll send it in Discord.
Yeah. He says, "We're brothers! Stop attacking me! No!"
Stop it.
All
Alright, hold on. I need to paste this into my chat because the camera's in the way, but that looks important. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, that's important.
Hey guys, I gotta run, but play on without me.
Okay. All
I
right.
think,
Sorry.
alright.
Bye, Casey.
Nalian moves in on his turn. Actually, sorry, no, he wouldn't. He would keep firing that bow with his planar warrior. Fires quickly. Whoa.
Oh no!
It does a lot of damage as the bolt seems to just punch through and out the other side.
Right in the boobus.
She not cute.
Jim Jar tries to reload again, and oh, sorry, actually, I jumped back because I was trying to get to
I think
Nalian.
it's on me.
It should be on Zon.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit her again.
Okay.
Keep beating the shit out of this person. She hasn't even said anything to you.
18.
You do not hit.
18 doesn't hit.
Whoa.
Fuck.
I will unarmed strike.
I keep attacking.
8 plus D4. Yeah. 22.
That definitely hits.
Yes.
But barely.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I believe I also get a D6 because I have an ally engaged within 5 feet.
Whoa.
Whoa. What is that
Sneak
all
attack.
about?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Yep.
that's,
It's gonna be a 6. It's gonna be 6.
There's your. Well,
That's
you can just roll the d6 for now. It's fine.
Nice.
It's a
Whoa.
6. She's dead. I hope that's not the person I thought it was. Fuck, I hope she doesn't die.
Oh god, she's
She
almost dead.
is like slumped over, and Sereth just catches her and kind of grapples her with ease.
Oh.
You hear like the clanging sound as her blade drops to the ground, and she just spits whatever blood's left in her mouth towards Sereth. Pretty much out of commission and in your control right now.
She's docile.
Darendale continues to like bound forward. Are there any more? And he's
Yeah,
like looking east and south.
I think Ro needs help, and I point back in the direction he just came up really high.
There's sword clanging you hear in the darkness.
And he kind of like goes like bounding up the thing and starts climbing. The female is pretty much completely out of it at this point. Ro, it's your turn.
I once again try to communicate with Filthy Right Leg.
Ezra lets loose a crossbow bolt at the drow, filthy right leg.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh shit! Let me roll on that.
If this kills him.
Yes.
If this headshot.
Hits.
And damage, right?
Plus the.
If you kill this guy.
You fire your bolt nice and true.
It's nice and tight.
Fuck yeah.
Real
Didn't
tight.
you have Witch Bolt on him last time?
Oh yeah, you did.
Did
Wait,
that-
I thought I was holding my action or something.
Oh no. I think you
Is that
skipped past that with the witch bolt.
Shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
I love it. You know what? For flavor's sake, I want to think that Ezra just fucking like dropped the electricity surging through him, like high as hell, like just loaded up a crossbow and like fired at one thing after the other, just fucking blazing down there.
It like hits him in the knee, and the guy's like, "Shit!"
Not my weakness. No.
Ro?
You call me brother. I hope you do not mean that. Stay alive. Come with me. There's a life outside of the one father taught you. And I extend my hand out to him.
Okay. He let's see. Sarah's turn down there. He's grappling. You already went. Sarah's grappling the chick. Nalian reloads the crossbow himself again. Is kind of scoping out the slumping drow. Jim Jar goes to fire one last crossbow bolt towards the drow as well. Hits.
Oh god damn. I'm offering him redemption and people are fucking firing crossbow bolts into it.
Can't hear you.
He's gotta die.
I'm trying to help.
You see him start to reach for you. Oscar, it's your turn.
Oh no, he's
Oh my god. Whomping Willow. Get him!
no!
And then,
Use the spell to attack.
yeah. Doing it.
Oh god!
Does that hit?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think you do.
Oh
Nice.
no!
You see, like, the words you didn't understand that he was mouthing, he was trying to recite something that you've seen some of your other brothers use, which is a levitation spell. He doesn't quite get the words off, and his body only starts to partially float as he reaches for you, and the Whomping Willow just smashes him across the throat, and he falls back, drifting,
Well, that's
almost
traumatizing.
levitating for a moment before gravity kicks in, just...
Oh no! Good thing he wasn't important.
My bonus action. I'm gonna.
That's what I did.
That guy was important.
Right.
Was he?
I get.
He's dead now.
Okay, so is Bushy Whiskers alive? But she's,
Yes. You think
Okay.
that she's alive? Yeah.
okay, but like she's being captured by Seraph.
And Zahn.
Okay. If I get to here, I could heal Zahn, right?
Yeah.
Within
Yeah.
5 feet.
Yep.
Okay, I run over there and be like, Zahn! and then I cure wounds on him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you hurt. I got you. Patting him down.
I feel
Too
so
low,
much
too
better.
low.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
Bushy Whiskers, I give her like the dirtiest stink eye.
Okay.
He just looks regular for Oscar.
Zahn, your rodeo. If you want to do anything.
I was gonna ask, are we officially out of combat?
No.
Oh shit. Cause
Not
I
unless
need to
you're
call it
doing
soon.
not unless you're doing something to end it here.
I mean, is she still engaged? Is that why we're not out of combat?
I tell you
perceive
what.
around me.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Did you have any more friends?
Insight. Do I get a D4 with that?
It's only on saving throws and attacks.
Oh, it's not. Yeah. You're right.
Save
Uh,
it.
Ability
Save
checks.
it.
Not skill checks.
You think
Damn.
she's completely out of commission.
Okay.
And let's assume that's the direction you've been given for your acting chops here. What would
Okay.
Zahn do in this moment with the prisoner that's kind of slumped against Sereth?
What would he do? I mean, truthfully,
Route or something. eh?
he would go and like check on her to see if she's like still functioning.
Okay.
If she's still like, if her eyes are open, he would probably punch her in the face.
Okay.
She's gonna come with her eyes open.
No, like,
just sock her in the
she's-
face.
She's like slumped
your
over,
one chance.
and like the last thing you see as you kind of walk forward is her hand sort of making a little bit of a gesture.
I
and
smack it.
And some sort of
I mean,
It's like
'cause
a
I would
piece.
Yeah.
recognize that as a spell cast, probably.
yeah.
I'd be aware of that.
You can make a dexterity check.
Is that a save or is that just a
Just a check.
ability
Just a
dexterity?
check, yeah.
Oh shit, that didn't do anything. Ah, fuck.
But, hey, if it's a save,
Yep.
you get a +4.
No, it's not a save, but he got the +3, and it's faster than her haggard ass is right now.
Okay.
And
Oh.
you catch the hand as it reaches for the material components. You just see like this tuft of bat
She was
fur
gonna do it.
between two of her fingers. And he just kind of
She's gonna blow
and
you up.
she
No.
drops it, and like the fur just like slowly falls to the ground. You are out of combat, and you and some of the others nearby see Bupido kind of like slowly walking back towards you all from a passage to the south,
Oh, he's back.
and he's dragging the body of like another drow behind him.
What?
He murdered a man?
Looks like it.
He did.
Holy.
My God.
What? Pupito?
From the shadow.
Oh, damn, Bupido.
Man.
We'll shake off more rust and pick up here next time.
Shit.
Yeah.
You
I need
guys
to get
got
his
some
name.
splaining to do. This isn't gonna go over well.
Honestly, I feel like we handled the rust pretty well.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
You know
alright.
what?
That's
If-
fine,
if-
dude.
If I can prepare my spells the next morning, I'll have Zone of Truth, and then we can interrogate her.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling this is.
In
gonna
my
not
mind,
make
I heard
Peter
Oscar
happy.
say, "Oh, give me a night to talk to my lord, and we will make her speak. Let me prey
Yeah.
upon her sins."
Man, I sure wish Ro didn't splat my bird across a rock.
Look, this is how I was flailing.
Um,
I was flailing.
I'll leave you with one other thing. As you all kind of head back towards like where you made camp, Topsy and Turvy never came, and it's more clear than ever now that Topsy is sitting over her very dead brother, who appears to have been murdered or killed prior to the fight or during the fight.
What
and she's
the
just
fuck?
there,
How did we
kind
miss
of,
this?
There was
kind
another
of
one back there?
weeping. You don't know.
That's why you questioned if my glowing form was still by them. Interesting.
Alright.
I mean, is there,
We'll,
like- Well, okay. I guess we can ask questions next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stool was right there.
Yeah.
Look, Stool witnessed the whole thing. We could just question Stool.
Still
He knows every language.
Still
He
knows all.
He won't lie to us. He won't lie to
Oh
us.
shit. The old
Just a-
Cain and Abel.
Booge on you.
Stool did it.
Stool did it.
Stool did it.
Not my stool. No.
Not my stool.
GG's. We'll see if everyone's up for next week or what the deal is.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks,
I am.
dude.
Yeah,
That
man.
was awesome.
I don't think I can do Saturdays.
Hmm.
I might want to throw out. Is it possible we can do Friday nights? Or
I could do
Uh,
Friday.
Yeah,
I could do Friday
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
remember we used to have Fridays, but
let's chat it out during the week and see what everyone's up
Okay.
for.
All right.
Let me know.
Cool.
Alright, man.
Awesome.
Later.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Dude, thanks again,
Awesome.
Fiddy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Fiddy, thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Dudes. Hell yeah.
Stuff.
That was awesome.
yeah.
Peace.
See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.